Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by some very good friends of mine.
Mark.
Ariel.
Ken.
All right, today we are bringing y'all Terramara, designed by a whole host of folks. So here we go. Achitaka, Flaminia Brazzini, Virginio Gigli, Stefano Luperto, and Antonio Tinto, and published by Quinted Games. It's the best I could do, all right? Quinted Games also very kindly provided us with this review copy of the game, so thanks to Paul Arnaud and the folks over at Quinted Games. So welcome everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. Before we get started, as we are wont to do, a big thank you to all of our patrons who help support the channel and make all of this possible. So really, really do appreciate it. Both these guys here as well as a lot of y'all out there watching at home really do appreciate it. A special shout out tonight to Christopher Tavares. Say thanks for being a patron, supporting the show, and good luck on the new upcoming child. He and his wife are pregnant and expecting, so very excited for them. Awesome. And I'm happy for them, but from a selfish standpoint, Christopher's local to us, and we're not going to see him much, I don't think, after that. So
you can bring the baby to streams.
No, he can't. No. So yeah. So hey, Christopher, appreciate the friendship. Thanks for the support, brother. Thank you very much. Quick reminder: if you guys do think what we do here is worth your time, effort, and maybe $1 or $2, don't forget to like the video down below, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified whenever we go live, and that $1 or $2 a month definitely comes in handy and helps support the show. You can go to Pledge HC like all those folks have there, pledgehc.com, support the show there. So Terramara, it's a worker placement game with some cool twists here and there. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
Yep.
Right? So if y'all are ready, hopefully y'all are bringing the cameras down, the chat down during the teach. Other than that, y'all ready to rock and roll?
Let's do this.
All right, hopefully y'all are. Let's go ahead and get into Terramara. So, Terramara is the name of the Palafit villages, founded around 1500 BC, mid to late Bronze Age in northern Italy. People lived, traveled, and traded between the Alp mountain range and the River Po. The main occupation for the Terramara people were hunting, farming, metallurgy, casting bronze tools like axe heads in stone molds. The houses in the villages were built on piles, meaning each house is built above the ground, supported by wooden stakes. So in Terramara, you play as the chief of a clan living in one of these villages. Your goal is to develop your clan, exploring lands further away to trade with other villages and reach sacred places. You improve your battle strength and discover new technologies to create useful artifacts. The player who develops the best clan by gaining more development points becomes leader of all of Terramara and wins the game. All right, so what is it you guys are looking at? So here on the main board, well, starting at the very top, we have the military track. So on that gray line up there, or kind of beige-ish line. Then over on the left-hand side, we have the road track. Then down at the bottom, we have the river track. They're technically tracks, but they're not called that. But it gives you the idea of what they are. Then at the very top of the board, below the military track, are the homeland action spaces. So those are always going to be available, depending on the player count, but those are always available at the beginning of the game. Then there on the right-hand side is the round track with worker tiles and the round marker, which is that kind of half moon, quarter moon-ish shape over there. Then there are the forest/mountain tiles and action spaces. Now, these are upside down. They are flipped over for an example, but they will normally look like this for the first round, but for the example, they are flipped over to their back side. And then down at the very bottom of the board and below the board are the artifact cards and the artifact draw deck. Off board, we have the various resources. There are 4 different types of resources. There are raw and unrefined on one side and refined on the other. So the circle ones are the unrefined and the squares are the refined side. There are warriors, which are kind of generic workers or generic chieftains that we may be able to acquire throughout the game. There are victory point tokens, which are actually off camera, but you guys will have to take our word for it. They range from 1s to 20s, as you can see there. Then there are extra worker tokens, if those ever become necessary. There is the first player card in this case, and I feel like this is a year too late because it seemed like every game that didn't have a victory point track came with a score pad. So this one, as it is, has a score pad as well. Then, for a player tableau, players have, well, a number of things to begin with. They have their hut card, which are identical cards, which are going to be places for our resources, as well as a couple of other things. They have 4 flags. Did you bring a flag? We did, in fact, bring flags. Then the larger meeple, if you will, is the chieftain. And then we all have 5 explorers, but you'll notice that there are only 4 explorers here. Well, the 5th one is actually out here and can be acquired by players a little bit later on, possibly during the game. Then there is a drafted character card, as you can see here. We're going to actually draft this before the game starts, so this is just here as an example. And then a drafted starting resource card. Again, same rule. We'll draft it as we go along. All right, so what exactly are we doing here in Terramara? Well, it's an action selection / worker placement game, if you will, where you're going to be placing your workers to gain resources to do various things, but mainly to build artifacts, which are these cards in the game. In addition to that, you'll move your canoe down the river, which will unlock more artifact cards for you, as well as bonuses. You'll move your 2 caravans down the road, placing flags for victory points at game end, as well as to score bonuses and to score victory points, and as well as increase your military strength, which will not only grant you victory points, but also allow you to take actions blocked by other players, as well as, raid other players for some of their resources. You're going to get victory points from various things. And what are those various things? Well, as shown here on the score pad, you're going to get ones from victory point chits, from created artifacts, game end effects that are on cards here. You're going to score based on where you are on the military track and where you parked your caravans. Yes, they have parking spaces for the caravans, as well as outposts, which are going to be these spaces over here and where you planted flags. You're going to potentially lose 5 points if you have any reserved artifacts at the end of the game. And then you're going to get half a point or a full point based on raw and refined resources that you may have at the end of the game. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game will obviously win. So how do you play Terramara? You might be asking yourself. Well, the game takes place over 5 rounds. In each round, play begins with the first player. Whoever has that card proceeds clockwise around the table. Each round follows the 4 same steps or same 4 phases, if you will. The first thing we're going to do is do as the round track says over here. So in round 1, we skip that. But in round 2, 3, 4, and 5, we're going to do something to these artifacts, either clearing some out here or clearing certain ones out of the deck itself. Then the second step or phase is each player may choose to grow up their character at the beginning of a round. What does that mean? That means it would flip over to its grown-up side as so. And that will change based on what character it is, and we'll cover that right before we get started once we've drafted everything or as we go through the draft there. Then after that, we get into the meat of the game, which is placing our clan members. Now, I'm going to try and not call them workers because there are workers which do something different. Yep. So these wooden pieces here are going to be clan members. You have explorers and chieftains. So we're going to be placing these one at a time out on the board, out into the various worker placement spaces out there, or clan placement spaces, if you will, out there on the board, which is the meat of the game. Then there's a end of round cleanup, which will include flipping the territory tiles of the round that we just finished. So as you can see, we've already flipped these, as I mentioned earlier. Now, on your turn, you must send out a single clan member, be it a chieftain or explorer, to one of the available spaces. So what are the available spaces? Well, at the top of the board, we have the homeland action spaces. So all of those, so we have one. As you can see, there are a total of 5 available there. Then there are territory action spaces. That's a main part of this board out here. So just like the homeland action spaces, there are all these spaces out here on the board. Then there are crossroad action spaces, which become available once the round is completed. So at the end of the first round, we will flip this over, and then this space will become a kind of an upgraded space that's available for players to go to. Then at the end, or during the 5th round, there are these 2 action spaces available there called special action spaces there. And the last available worker placement spot is on your hut itself there, okay? In addition to placing an explorer or chieftain and carrying out whatever action it conveys on your turn, you may also reserve or create an artifact, as well as use workers that you may have acquired throughout the game. The round ends when every player has placed all of their workers. Okay, easy enough. So, I'm going to do this a bit out of order, and we're going to talk about the meat of the game first, which is placing your clan members, okay? Because that is the core of the game and everything branches off of that. So I figured that's where we would start. Now, each action space may contain no more than 2 clan members, but no more than a single clan member of each color. So, for instance, on my turn, I come out here and I say, hey, I'm going to come out there and take that action, whatever. So that space can hold a total of 2 clan members, but only 1 of yellow, all right? If it's a chieftain on the action space, no other piece may be placed there. So for instance, if Ken had placed this chieftain there, well, that's it, it's locked out. You can't place another piece. So what we're going to do, because they look somewhat similar, even though they are different shape and a little bit different size, we're going to turn those 90 degrees to signify that that spot is blocked off and because it has a chieftain on it, okay? All right. Also, there are the hand-on-hip locations, the you cannot go here, as you can see. And here, we'll kind of zoom in a little bit there, as you can see. Those spaces can only have 1 piece of wood in them, period, be it explorer or chieftain on it, okay? So once someone has gone to that location, no other piece of wood can go onto that location, all right? All right. Now, there are a couple of significant differences between explorers and chieftains. Now, explorers can be sent to any round or future round territory space. So in the first round, you'll have to take my word for it, when this is actually flipped up to its correct side, chieftains can go to those areas as well as to those up there. Explorers can go to those as well, but they can also go to any of the spaces down here, save for these 2. They can go and be able to carry out the action as shown there. However, any explorer that you send to a future round territory space will not return to be used again until the end of that future round. So for instance, if I choose, maybe I'm desperate to be able to get those resources, whatever that is, right? If that's the case, you'll notice this is round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. At the end of round 4, I will get this worker back, and not until then, meaning I will be able to use them in the round that I placed them, and then in the 5th round, but not in intervening rounds. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Chieftains can only go in the current round or previous rounds, as well as the homeland action spaces at the top of the board. So what does that mean about the 5th round? If I place this down here, he's there for the rest of the game. You will not ever use him again. And that is one of the 2 available worker or clan members that can go to that space, meaning only one other piece of wood could go to that space potentially. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Now, Any action space on the main board, as I said, can have a maximum of 2 explorers or an explorer and a chieftain on it if the explorer was placed before the chieftain. However, if you wish to send an explorer to a space with another player's explorer already on there. So for instance, going back to our example there, if I had placed there and Ariel says, hey, I would like to be able to place my explorer on that space as well. His military strength must be higher than mine, minimum of 1 space higher, as you can see as he just moved it there. In order to do so, you have to lose or spend 1 military strength, and it is okay if at the end of by doing that, you now have the same amount of military strength, because at the beginning of that action, you had a higher military. That's legit, that's good to go. Whereas, if he were equal, as he is now, or below where I was, he would not be able to place that explorer onto that space. Chieftains, however, they walk up like Macklemore and say, you know, what up? I don't care about military strength. I'm just going to go there because I can. Okay? So if you notice, even though his military strength is below mine, he can still do so because he's the chieftain. Right. And when we do so, well, that's going to be the second piece of wood, or the first if it were just the chieftain and nobody else would be able to go there anyway. So that's an important distinction. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Hopefully Macklemore appreciates the shout out, all right? All right, and another reminder, I'm driving this point home, when a chieftain goes to a space, that space is blocked off for everybody else, no matter what. All right, cool. Got it. So no other questions on explorers or chieftains? If not, then we'll move on. All right. So artifacts and workers now. Workers being these tokens over here, and artifacts being the cards that can be built during the game. So after placing your clan member and executing the associated action, you can also do one of the following. You may create or reserve an artifact. In addition to that, you may use any workers that you've acquired to refine raw goods into refined goods. So if you have acquired any of these workers in the given rounds, like this, then you'll be able to use those in addition to reserving or creating an artifact, all right? So let's talk about reserving an artifact first. Your canoe must have reached the 4th space on this track. So you'll notice out here on the board, you see these kind of, they're called culture movement, but they're river movement. Right here. So anytime you see this, you advance your canoe, or in my case, my wagon, because I was sent
2 wagons in one.
Or I was 2 canoes in one wagon. Yeah. So I'm going to row my canoe down the road and move my. You get the idea. Yeah. All right. So as you advance up here, you cannot reserve a card until you have reached the 4th space. Hence the little symbol right here, as you can see there. Okay. Once you have reached this space, then you can choose any card that your canoe has reached. So for instance, if I have reached this space, you'll notice these little lines in between the cards right here. So as you advance along, you have access to those cards, as you can see. So if I'm here, you'll notice that I have access to any of those 4 cards there. That makes sense?
Yep.
All right? All right. Once you've reached, you can place any card that your canoe has reached and set it aside near your tableau. Only you may build that artifact, but it is not active until you've built it. And you can only reserve 1 artifact at a time. You cannot reserve another until the reserved one is built/created, okay? And any reserved artifact that is unbuilt at the end of the game is minus 5 victory points. So for instance, I could choose any of these 4 cards, and let's say I choose this one right here. I would just kind of add it over here onto my tableau like so. It's not active. It's just, hey, I'm the only one that can build this card. Okay, easy enough. That's reserving an artifact. All right.
Yep.
Now, whether you have reserved an artifact or not, you now, if you choose, can create an artifact after you've placed a clan member out on the board. So before we do all of that, I figure we probably ought to go over the anatomy of an artifact card first. So at the very top represents what it is. It's the illustration or artwork. Yeah, the type, right, if you will. On the right-hand side, also, you'll notice that there is a color / a little icon there. There are a total of 4 different kinds and colors of artifacts with matching symbols and artwork associated with them. The victory point value at the end of the game is over here on the left. The cost to build the artifact is to the right of that and is here in the middle in refined goods, not raw goods. Notice these are square, and again, the difference being raw or refined, okay? So it would cost 2, I believe that is stone and 1 fur, if you will, to be able to create this card, okay? Then below it is when the card effect happens, so you'll notice that this is a permanent ongoing effect. There are lightning bolts, for instance. There are the celebration guys for end of game here. And then there are lightning bolts, or I'm sorry, there are globe symbols which represent once per round you may do that. All right. Then what the card actually does once it's built. There you go. So that is the anatomy of an actual card. So now that we've gone over that, how do you create an artifact or build one? Well, your canoe has to have reached. So as it is, I can build any of those 4 cards, as you can see, because my canoe wagon has reached those 4. You pay the cost as shown on the artifact, so might as well stick with this one over here. So as you see, I would pay 2 stone and 1 fur, and then ongoing I would get this effect immediately, which says anytime I build any brown cards being these right here, I would have to pay 1 fur less going forward. Okay, easy enough, and it's worth 3 points at the end of the game. If I were to have built this card, I would immediately get 1 advancement on the road, 1 on the river, and then do this as an ongoing. Whenever I get to the crossroads, I gain 1 military. Okay, easy enough. Now, when I choose to build or create that artifact, it can be either one that is reserved by me or one that is unreserved that is available to any of the players out here, obviously from here down. After you have chosen a card from out here, whether it's to build or to reserve, these will slide down, conveyor over, and we will refill immediately. Easy enough. Any questions on building and reserving artifacts?
Nope.
All right. Nope. So, now let's say, also on my turn, I can use workers, and that's why I'm not calling these guys workers. We have workers over here. The strength of the worker is the number as shown on that. In the first 2 rounds, they are level 1. In the 3rd round and 4th round, they are level 2. And in the 5th round, they are level 3. That signifies how many raw goods they can turn into refined goods. So he can only do 1. So on my turn at any time, I can flip one of these over, turn it over to the refined side, and then I either tap him or I flip him over to show that he's been used this round. It'll recycle and be available at the beginning of next round. Easy enough?
Yep.
If he were a strength 3 worker, that means I would be able to do any mix of 3 raw goods into refined goods. So 1, 2, and 3, and then he would be used as such. Any questions on workers? Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. I think we can move on from there. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the various action spaces that are available to us out here on the board. So, not to go over every single space out there on the board, but I figure we'll highlight enough to be able to convey the gist of it. That first space on the homeland up there is going to be for acquiring workers. So whatever round it is, you take 1 worker. There are 2 available for each. Why? Because there's a maximum of 2 pieces of wood that can go on there. Easy enough.
Yep.
Moving over to the right, advance 1 on the military, advance 1 on the river. Easy enough. The next one, however, we're going to spend a little time on, and this is the wagon or the road track, which we really haven't explained much on the road track. So, to kind of zoom out a little bit, let's go ahead and show you guys here. The road travels from the top of the board, following the roads, all the way down till you get to here, and then you will park your space to the highest victory point spot available to you over there. Whenever you get wagon movement or road movement, you have a total of 2 wagons. You can move them any mix of movement that you wish to use. You can move 1 wagon twice, or one wagon twice, or each wagon once. There we go. If you choose to come over to any of the bonus spots available over there, you immediately get whatever the bonus is. So that is 1 water movement there, etc., as we go on down, get whatever resources, etc. You do not take the tile because everybody can visit those spaces, all right? However, once the end of the round for the given round has happened, at that point, what's going to happen is it's going to flip over, as you can see, to the backside. So all of these first 4 rounds all look like this, or some version of that on the back of it. So if you look at this, you'll notice that when you reach crossroad spaces, these are these clearing areas out here, as you can see there. As your wagons reach those areas, once the second wagon has reached a crossroad, it can then kind of divert over to the little homestead thing here. That allows you to do 2 different things. The first of which is plant a flag. Yes, we did bring flags. And what that means is at the end of the game, based on what this is, you're going to be able to score that many points. So this is the total power of workers that you have acquired throughout the game, meaning these guys over here. Over on the left-hand side of the unflipped ones, it actually shows what is on the back of that, so what you're going to be able to score. So based on this, where you are on the way or on the river track will score you some amount of points, green cards, brown cards, etc., etc. Once your second wagon has reached that crossroad space or gone past it, this worker placement space, this action space, is now available to you to be able to place, just like a normal other worker placement space out here. So now that you'll notice that blue, Ariel, has both of his wagons have at least reached that crossroad space, he can then place one of his workers out there, and now he gets whatever the benefit is here, which is advance 1 on the river, on the road, or military, and score 3 victory points, getting the victory point chits available to him. This, just like all the other spaces, is limited to 2 pieces of wood, chieftains block it, etc., etc. So does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so that pretty much covers the road, except when we get down to the bottom here, you park your wagon, and you'll score that amount of points at the end of the game. Easy enough. All right. We're going to skip this for a moment, and then come over here. This is take the first player card. You'll notice only 1 player can go there, as shown by the symbol there. So what does that mean? Well, whoever takes that immediately takes the first player card. And when they do so, everybody in turn order will get immediately whatever the bonus is shown here. So whoever's second won't want, you don't get anything. But if you took the card, you get a water or a road movement, a river movement, or to military, as shown there. In the final round, however, there we go. Okay? All right. So moving on back now, let's talk about that space we skipped. That is the raiding space. So the game, yes, raiding, i.e. stealing resources from your neighbors. When you go to that location, you're going to immediately lose 1 military to begin with. So go ahead, there you go, perfect. So if I were to go ahead and go out to that space, I would lose 1 military immediately. Then I'm going to be able to steal resources of their choice, meaning I steal from Mark, he chooses what resources to give me, Ariel and Ken, respectively. However, where you are on that track dictates what the ratio is that they're going to have to give you. So anybody that's on this, you'll notice that there are 4 different levels or shields out there. They're broken up by those shields, and the fancier the shield is, the higher up that track you go. Anybody on the same level as the person rating, or me in this case, gives me 1 resource for every 5. All right? Easy enough. Anybody who is lower than me is going to give me 1 resource for every 4, 3, or 2 levels that they are below me based on where I am relative to where they are. So for instance, if I'm there and I'm stealing from those guys, they're going to give me 1 for every 2 resources, rounded down, but they choose which of those. So if they have 6 resources, they're giving me 3 each.
Yeah. In other words, don't let that happen.
Yeah, there you go. Right? If they are higher than me, then they're going to give me 1 for every 6, 7, or 8. So if the opposite were, as it were, so if it were this, so in this case, Ariel would give me 1 for every 8 resources he has. If he has 8, I get 1. If he has 7, I get none. Easy enough. From him, but I also get from Ken and from Mark. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Any questions on rating in that case? No. All right. All right, so other action spaces. So I think they're pretty self-explanatory. Get a couple of raw rocks or raw stone and advance 1 on the water.
Sometimes you get
get refined
resource.
or allows you to refine. So get 3 raw wood, and then you can refine 3 of one type to the same type, etc., etc. And then these symbols over here show what these will be on the flip side for the available actions.
Question marks are wild.
There you go. I do want to talk about these being the warriors. Warriors, come on and play. I told myself I wasn't going to do it,
but you can't hear it without hearing it.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. Anyway, what these are bonus workers, or check that, bonus chieftains, or bonus action selection markers for you. You'll notice these are only available in the 5th round. However, on the backside, after the 3rd round, they will have a couple available, okay? They are chieftains, meaning they will block out a space, okay? Keep that in mind. But they are non-denominational in a sense that if I've gone there, I can also place a warrior there because they're non-denominational, meaning they don't have an affiliation with us directly. So that's the one time you can actually go to the same place twice, obviously, as it doesn't have that symbol on it, okay? I think the others are pretty self-explanatory. So here you can turn 2 buffalo into 2 wagon movement, a river movement, into victory points, etc., etc. Okay?
Cool.
All right. So I think that pretty much covers it pretty well. So the only other thing that I think we really need to talk about now are characters and then end game stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about the characters. So there are going to be a total of 5 different characters available for us to draft. Now we have quote unquote randomly selected 5. So let's go over what those 5 are now. All right. The first one is the young gentleman here who says anytime that you get, or when you get 1 wagon movement immediately, then anytime you get wagon movement, you get an additional wagon movement. However, remember, at the beginning of a round, you can choose to grow your person up.
Grow up. Yep.
You lose that bonus. However, gets a new bonus. This says whenever one of your wagons hits a crossroads space, those crossroads spaces, being those out there, you score 2 points. So how early do you transition? How early do you grow up? That's entirely up to you. So that's going to be one of the ones that's available to us in the game. Another one is, this young lady says, to start, you can use 2 raw goods instead of refined to be able to build an artifact. That's pretty nice. However, when she grows up, now, depending on the level of artifact that you build, it's worth 2 or 3, being a level 1, level 2, or level 3 artifact. There you go. So how early or how late do you choose to do that? Entirely up to you. The next one, this one's kind of clever. This young man says, hey, you get an additional explorer. not one of the ones that's out here. You actually get a 6th clan member, as it were. However, when he grows up, you lose that clan member. And it cannot be one that you have already put out here. You can't like, oh, I'm going to put him out here and then lose him. No. So sorry, you cannot do that. But when you lose that, when he grows up, whenever you place whenever you place your chieftain onto a location that already has someone else's worker or an explorer, 3 points, you place your chieftain, you get 5 points for that. So how early do you do that? Entirely up to you. He looks a bit aggressive. It says you don't have to lose 1 military.
Ever.
Except whenever you exchange military, there may be something in the game that has you exchange military for something. This doesn't count for that.
Comes up on cards sometimes.
It does, right?
Yeah.
So when he grows up, once per round, you can score based on where your military strength is. Wow. Okay, awesome. So if you want to go hardcore military, might be a good one to draft. There you go. And the last one. So here, whenever you choose this character, there are a couple of tiles for the level 1s that are unavailable or not chosen in the game. You actually get one of each side. So as it were, that's upside down. There we go. You choose one from that side, one from that side, and that becomes, you flip it over, and it becomes your personal playpen. You can place over here onto this location there. At game end, you score based on what that is for you and you only if you have put a flag on there, which is kind of awesome. So this one says wherever you are on the military track, based on those symbols right there, you will score that many victory points. However, here says, I have to remember what this one is. Let me look that up. I apologize. Feel free to chime in if you guys remember.
I feel like the bottom one stays the same. So like the outpost one that you place on,
it is.
You keep it.
And this, you lose your personal crossroad action space, but whenever you send an explorer or chieftain to any crossroad action space, you score 2 victory points in lieu of that, and then you will still score that wherever you planted your flag on your personal one at the end of the game. So those are the available characters. So how the draft is going to work is, starting with whoever's last in player order, they will have choice of those 5 that were randomly selected. In addition to that, there's going to be 5 random resource tiles here, and this is going to be in lieu of what our normal beginner game starting resource stuff would be. So in lieu of that, you're going to choose this. So it's going to be a snake draft in that whoever's last gets first choice, whoever's first gets back-to-back choices there. So 5 rounds. At the end of the 5th round, we go into final scoring. And again, final scoring is, as I said, victory points, then any points on your artifact cards, then any in-game scoring artifact cards, then where you are on the military track, where you are parked your wagons in the parking spaces, then how you did for each spot where you planted flags, then lose 5 points if you have any reserved, or if you have a single reserved artifact card not built, and then unrefined resources are worth half a point, refined resources are worth a point, whoever has the most points wins, and that, folks, is how you play Terramara. Any questions? Good, let's move on. All right, so if we can reset all of that out there, and we will have the drafts. And thank you for flipping those back over. Whee! And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those are not connected to the character that is below them.
Right.
Those are just, and we will kind of zoom in. We need to, I need Schwazi. Hold on, let me, because Martin's not here. All right. Oop, wrong one. Let's bring it up there, shall we? There we go. All right, let's go Schwazi. Here we go. All right, so I'm first. So it's clockwise from there, so that means Ken
I'm
is...
picking these guys first, right?
Any one. You can choose either,
Which is either.
Yeah.
either the character or the starting resources, as you see there. So I'm first, so I will keep the first player card.
Well, lots of interesting options. I am super curious about this one. We did not have this one in play in our last game, so I'm going to give this character a try.
Okay. All right, so Ariel, you're up.
All right. So I am assuming, Edward, that this doesn't mean warriors. It only means your chieftain.
Yeah, let me
Sorry
double
to
check
be
that.
annoying
Hold on.
about that.
No, not at all. That one says you lose the extra explorer, right, when you do that. Whenever you send your chieftain to an action occupied by another player's explorer, score 3,
chieftain,
and a
okay.
chieftain who's by himself, score 5.
All right, that
you
makes it a
are
little
correct.
less powerful.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a traveler here. I'll take
That's the one I wanted. All right, Mark.
I'm not really the aggressive type, so I'll go for the extra guy.
You're killing me,
I'm
Smalls.
sorry.
this. You get to go first, Edward.
Yeah, well, all right.
These are both pretty interesting.
They are.
I almost took this one.
To where you, the big thing is not losing military whenever you go to the same location. It's less about being aggressive to me,
Right, because you
and
can
more
only
about-
you can only raid 5 times in the whole
right.
game.
So it's
Right.
really not that big of a deal.
Right.
But think, you get to stab the 2 people who just took the cards you wanted.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
there
It's
is
like a dream-
that.
it's
So
like a
I
dream come
The
true.
3 people.
I see what you did there, Mark. I will go ahead and choose him for my character as well. So there, let's get that set up there. Okay, so now this one is out of the game, so we're not going to have the extra tiles, so we don't
Okay.
need to worry about that. So now, resources out here. This is really interesting.
your extra deal?
There. Oh yeah, might as well, and there you go.
Franny, I don't think the flags are exclusive. You can have multiple colored flags in every spot.
You
Yeah.
can, right?
Yeah.
All of us can have flags there. So, okay. So the workers are nice being able to, and the military kind of ties in. This is kind of a jack of all trades. Having refined resources, though, at the very beginning is awfully good. We saw how powerful being able to travel on the river was. Man, I could make a case for every single one of these.
Yeah, these
and
seem pretty balanced, actually.
yeah, I'm trying to stall. Wow, the only one I don't want is this. Because only having the one resource, I would rather have this than the 3, I think. I think the 2 that I'm leaning, well... actually, I think that, or that is what I'm leaning towards. Man. You know what? I think I will choose this one.
Okay.
And we'll actually implement these in turn order.
You want me to go
And
ahead?
yeah, we'll wait until
Okay.
they're all selected, and then we'll go through them. So there you go. I have chosen. So Mark, back to you, sir.
Yeah, I don't know this game very well, so I'm just going to go with the one that gives me a little bit of everything.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Sorry.
I see the wisdom there.
I'm not sure this is so bad, and I like movement, so I'm going to take that one.
Okay.
All right.
Plus, right, yeah.
So it's interesting. I mean, in theory, the girl I took needs workers less. So I was thinking about that one too. But I'm taking a worker no matter what.
It checks out.
And I think this is just a little more flexible. So I'm going to take this one. I
All right.
like the extra culture.
Yeah. And as Brian points out, never underestimate stabity stab stab. So I agree. All right, so we're gonna move these out of the way now.
Yep.
So here, we actually throw them up.
could be like
we're
here,
Gonna, we're
yeah.
gonna put you guys to work up
Sweet.
there. There we go.
We can do
All
it.
right. So now for everybody's character, mine's going to be off board because the chat and everything is going to be up. Well, sort of. And then over here, I think we're going to use the main camera here. So we're going to have this stuff right there. All right. So mine will be on my own camera. I will move out as we do that. So player 1, so me, I'm not going to lose any military, so that's that. But I'm going to get one of each resource refined. And I'm going to start with 1 military. So you'll notice that here, everything has its own home on your little player card there. I get 2 movement and 1 military. So over there, 1 military, good. And then 2 movement. You know, I was thinking, you know, rivers are kind of important. So let's take one of my canoe wagons and move it all the way over out there. And I'm going to go ahead and get 1 water movement, which now unlocks my ability to take that 3rd card as well. So that is all my starter stuff. So Mark, you're up, sir.
You get 2 wagons?
Yeah, that was
yeah.
2 movement. Down and then back over, isn't it?
No.
I think you start
can go
there. I
straight
think
from
that's
there.
one.
Oh, you can. Oh.
Pretty nifty, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's better than 1 water movement?
Right on.
2. Well, hold on.
It's
No.
sort of tricky because
No,
you're like,
let's take the
Yeah.
other one there and skip the water movement on that. There, done. That's my 2. So Mark,
No.
what do you get for your starter stuff and everything?
So I will get the choice of 2 unrefined resources, and I think I'll go with bison and stone. That sounds right.
Okay.
Put this out later. I will get a level 1 worker.
nope, from
the
oh, I got it.
there you go.
actually.
Yep. Okay.
And then a point of military, a point of river movement,
Oh, okay, sweet.
and a point of road movement, which I'm going to also bring down for extra water movement.
Nice.
And you got your extra worker already for
Yes.
the young man. All right, good. And you, sir, get a road movement for your character.
I do. So I will also go to water. Then I have 3 more, so I'll go to water again for 1. Go to the crossroads for 2.
Now I just hear
Go to
Ralph
the
Macchio
crossroads
playing
again.
guitar.
That's not a
Okay.
good way to do it. There we go. It's a
Okay.
little busy there.
Yep.
So there are those. I get 3. 1, 2, 3. Military. I have no idea what resource this is closest to me. I'll take a wood.
That's like bronze or
I'll
it's
take,
Yeah.
ore.
I'll take
Yeah.
an ore.
There you go. Well, I mean, based on what's out here,
Yeah.
right? I mean, looking at this, what you
that's
have
a good
available
point.
here.
Yeah.
So you have, these are all refined, but
Yeah.
refined wood, refined stone, pelts or fur, if you will. More stone,
Everything
pelts,
needs
and
stone, so-
So I made the worst possible choice. I'll take a wood.
Stone or wood seems to make sense.
All right.
Okay.
That was my resource. That was my military. I think I'm good.
All right.
Cool. So I'm going to move 2 on the military track. I'm going to move 1 on the culture track. I get a worker, level 1 worker, and 2 resources of my choice. I think I'll take a buffalo and a stone. Wait, stone, right? Yeah, stone.
Yeah.
The worker should come from the general supply.
Yes, it sure should. Thanks, Mark.
All right. So we're good. So now, the only thing actually I am not 100% clear on, because this is the first time we have drafted, is I don't believe anybody gets, we do not get the first player stuff, meaning these we don't get. So there we go. Move that down just a hair. There we go. And now that these are done, we can actually discard these out of the game, our starting cards. And here, you can put that.
Are you
over
able to go
those.
backwards on the roads?
You
No.
cannot.
Okay.
Okay, so keep that.
Good question. You keep pinging that culture space over and over again.
That, or if I want to go ahead because I'm so fast with my horses to
Yeah.
go back to hit the
Got it.
crossroad spots.
Yeah.
All right, so now we begin. So placing a worker. Clan member. All right.
These guys are explorers? That's their
Explorers
name?
and chieftains. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So looking out here, I do think being able to place, so in round 1, where the moon marker is, that's available and that's available. And those workers or those explorers and chieftain will all come back. And remember,
Yep.
your chieftain can only go in the current round or prior. So nobody can reserve any cards yet. I have. What am I wanting out here for? If you're going to do that one, do it early. There's this for sure. So being able to get another. I could claim this card right now
You sure
or
could.
momentarily.
And you are Mr. Military.
No. I kind of like this one early, I think. This is getting extra resources, though. Whenever you place one of your explorers or chieftains out on a forest or mountain spot over here, you get either wood or stone in unrefined. That's also kind of
Pretty solid.
tempting. You know what? That sounds like a good idea. So I'm going to need one refined. I will go ahead and place that right
Yes.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Quite a good
3
spot.
wood total, please.
Okay. One of which is going to become lumber.
Correct. So that's going to be 2 there and a lumber. And in addition, I can go ahead and come over here, and now that I have reached this space, I will go ahead and build this artifact because none of us can reserve yet. So I will build this one. It requires 2 lumber, which I have, and 1 stone there. And then immediately, anytime I do this, I will get whatever that is, as we just explained.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So these spaces become better for you.
There you go. Boom, done. Okay.
All right.
Good looking out,
Yep.
Iraq, but yep, you got it. All right.
Yeah, based on
Oh, and we should slide and refill.
that too.
Go ahead.
So based on my current position, well, the 2 raw resources I have are kind of setting up for these 2 artifacts, but getting the 3rd resource and refining all of them will take a little time.
I'm a little surprised I didn't get a single comment on the warrior thing.
Maybe your audience tonight is skewing younger.
that is from like early 80s, late 70s.
Early 80s, late 70s.
The warriors, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I will start replacing an explorer here.
I kind of like that angle better.
So we get me a
What do you guys think out there watching?
bison and a hide.
2 chips coming at you.
Yes.
All right.
We'll
And-
trust you to position them correctly.
And I cannot claim any of the artifacts yet, so I will elect
Now, you
not
do
to.
have a worker that you could use now to refine one of those if you wish.
Yes.
Remember, in addition. Okay.
Yeah, I'll wait on that. for
Ariel.
now.
Okay.
Hey, Felix. I don't know about all that, Brian.
Let's see. I think I'll just take 2 Brocks.
Yep. That seems like a good choice. So I have to think a little bit about how important it is to be first to those cards.
Because it
I've
can be a
done-
bit of a race, right?
An absolute crap job of moving on the road so far, but maybe that's to my advantage.
Right.
So maybe I do want to force my way into one of those spaces at the cost of a military. Oh gosh. Short term, long term, long term, short term. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to lose a military in order to do that. And that
Welcome.
will allow me, thanks. That will allow me to take a bison and a hide. And then I'm going to purchase the 2nd card in that. Yep, that guy right there.
Okay.
That's the one. I'm gonna spend this hide, and because of my special power, I can also spend an unrefined buffalo and an unrefined rock, which I don't have to turn into ashlar. I like that
Yes.
word.
Yes.
I enjoy ashlar.
Do me a favor, bring that card up next to the other
Yeah,
ones.
here. Okay.
All right, you can
Okay.
do it there. Or better yet, keep that on the bottom, and then your new cards. You have a ton of room up here.
So I'm gonna get
there you
I'm gonna get a space on the river,
go. You are red. All right.
and then I'm gonna take a walk on the road, and I'm actually gonna walk over here as well and take another space on the river. And my persistent power is that whenever my 2nd wagon reaches a crossroads, I'll gain a military.
There you go. All right. And over under, we'll say 3.5 for Glory to Realms. I apologize.
There is a
for-
fair amount of blocking in this game.
Yeah.
So these
Yeah,
guys
let's go 4.5.
definitely,
Ariel's here.
definitely, these guys definitely took exactly the 3 spaces I wanted to take. So
There we go.
Going forth is
So
lame.
endgame scoring. I believe that this, and we have there's a player aid actually on BGG that lists all the artifacts. So this one, I believe, is tools. 5 points per set of artifacts that you've created, meaning if you have a group of all 4 colors, there were 5 points there. Okay? All right. Oh, boy. All right. So I learned a lesson. I had the movement character last game, and I learned a lesson. I started to race down, but then I realized you can't plant your flags if you've gone past them. So I want to make sure that I don't get too much road movement before doing all of that. So...
You're a wise man.
Yeah. I will do some, though. So I will take a second explorer, or do we lock it down? Do we lock it down? I do not think we lock it down yet. So I will just take a regular, a regular explorer, and I'll go ahead and take the 2 movement. And what I will do is I will take the one that is on the bonus space and move it down to the next bonus space. Moving to the center, 1, and then over 2. So I will spend 1 raw resource. That raw resource will happen to be, a wood there. And then, I keep hitting the wrong button, I'm sorry. So then 2 military for me. There we go. So now I can go where Ariel is and not have to lose my military because my character, boom, done. Mark,
Sure, Ariel appreciates you not locking down the 2-road movement space.
Glory to Egypt, glory to Stonehenge, right?
Although I'm no longer ahead of him in military.
He is not.
True.
Oh, I noticed that. Ah, weird. Okay. And I appreciate that Brian said that he didn't have bottles to clink, so that's why he didn't reference the warrior reference.
So I was thinking I could get this artifact if I placed a guy 2 rounds into the future.
Go for it.
Is
Do
that
it.
worth it?
You
Be
do
bold.
start with
I
the
do get
extra
an extra.
worker, right?
But he's got to grow up eventually.
He doesn't have to.
No,
He probably should.
he's Peter Pan.
But if I don't do that, what else would I do?
I like how when your character grows up, he still keeps that sweet top knot that he has.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. I mean, wouldn't you?
When you get something that works, you stick with it.
Right. John says you can move ahead with 1 caravan and leave the other behind for planting
It's
flags.
exactly my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that in the first game. Yeah.
That's one way
So
to go.
I'm trying to convey lessons learned here, right?
Yep.
So, but yes.
Sure, let's just go crazy and go there.
Whoa.
All
I
right.
like your style.
So 3 of the stone resources.
2 of which you're about to give us back, though, right?
Yes.
Well, over
So-
here, yeah, we'll start.
you
Yeah,
guys-
2 will be
got your
refined,
bank
1
over there.
unrefined.
we do.
And then I can get an artifact, which is 2 ashlar, 1 hide, for whatever this is. Some sort of pot.
Yes.
I'm biting my tongue on that, but yeah. So whenever you build the brown artifacts, you will then get
you have to
you
spend
pay
1 less hide.
Okay.
It's not bad.
All right.
I'll say.
All right.
So this
Pretty
one is
good.
locked up until the end of round 3 now.
All
Okay.
right. So I think I'm okay using my chieftain because Ken and Mark are behind me in military, so I should be able to get over them if they are in a spot I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my chieftain on that 2 movement spot,
Mm-hmm.
and then I am going to go 1 to here, trade in a wood for 2 military.
I knew I should have. I should have locked it down.
Then I'm going to go to this crossroads for 2. Then I get an additional 1
You sure
for
do.
my power, and I go back here, get a wood back.
fancy that
and
is.
I know, right?
rock.
Hey, Paul. Welcome back.
All right. Huh. Got a lot of resources, but not enough resources, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So many good options. But I think the best option available to me right now is to do that right there. I'm going to take an extra military.
And you can now reserve.
Heyo,
Nice.
look at that. Should I do that? Maybe so.
And here, for those that at home, you guys can check out
Stone.
the various artifact cards. So here we go. So gives you 1 military, and then whenever you place, you only have to be equal, and you don't lose. You don't have to pay whenever you go to the
Right.
same location. Just like a Mark's card, but green, you pay 1 less metal.
Yeah.
I think that is. We already covered that one. This is very similar to the card I took, except it's where the buffalo roam.
It's on this
in
side
the
of the
stone.
board.
It is
Yep.
on that side. Then here, whenever you go where there is an explorer, you get 1 military. You get 1 military, and then if you're for every player that you are greater than or less than, I'm not sure. I can't remember which one that
You're
is.
less than, I think.
Less than.
Mhm.
I forget the symbols.
The
You
black
get
ones
an
are
extra.
the opponents, and the white ones are yours.
Okay,
So,
there you
yeah.
go. All right. This one is you get a wagon movement and a river movement, and at end game scoring, you score double wherever you are parking spot wise. So 8, 5, and 3 actually had claimed both of those
Yes, you did.
for 26 points instead of 13. So
Pretty
there's
good.
that. This one is get 2 military, and at end game, depending on where your military strength, score that many points. And this one is score 2
Military right away.
right away, and then you raid. And
You raid at a whenever you raid, you pretend you're 1 level higher on the.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So do you wish to reserve? And you
Now,
can reserve any
I was gonna
from
say
here.
my memories. I couldn't
back.
reserve the
You
far
cannot.
four.
So ignore those
I'm-
because it's where your boat is.
Yep. This is a potentially AP producing decision, but I'm not going to think about it too much. I'll reserve the one that's farthest over. Yeah, that guy right there.
There you go.
Yep.
So, John, it's not that hard to read them from across the board. They're large enough. It's fine.
And this is the last of the first, the level 1 cards. And this one says once per round, you can take either a refined or unrefined, up to 3 of them, and turn them in for a wagon movement. There. Okay? All right.
I can think of a player who might want to do that.
I can't imagine. All right. So there we go. All right. Cool. So that was Ken, right?
That was me.
All right. So it's me now. I need to be moving to the right side of the board because whenever I do, I get extra resources. Metal or wood? I am higher than. Do me a favor and move my. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Getting an extra military. Nah, it's not really terribly exciting for me. 2 planks and that. I would like 1 more. You know, in a perfect world, I would love to go to this spot. Cannot, because I've already gone there, obviously.
What you could do is you get the warrior,
Yeah.
and the next turn.
I think he's onto something, Edward.
He is something. So that would I cannot go there. So I would actually be able to get 2 wood. You know what? Oh, but that's next round. That's the and I'm behind. Oh, but I do have my chieftain, don't I? For a couple of stone.
Yep.
I think I will. So let's go ahead, take that, and go ahead and place that there because chieftain don't care. So that'll be 2 stone. I got them. And I will just add 2 to my tableau. Like so. So there we go. We'll try and keep them staggered for you guys. There we go. All right.
Nice. So I'm thinking I will go up here for refined metal for future use.
Yes.
There you go.
And that is it.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
You guys able to follow along? And do you guys want me to zoom in on the action spaces when we're taking actions? We can do so. I just don't want to keep moving it just to move it.
So I'm gonna go there, which costs me a military.
Yeah.
Come on back down to earth.
then I
There we
get,
go. 2 wood
2
and
wood.
1 refined of your
and
choice.
a wild
A
refined
hide.
resource.
All right.
Oh.
And are you doing anything with the... Birds,
I cannot.
Okay.
So no.
So, I'm pretty sure that going last is bad.
Great.
Trust me on this.
I wouldn't know.
And I'm not high enough in military to really. I mean, I guess I could go into Mark's space, but
You have a chieftain.
the whole refined resource thing. Sure, show me a space where a chieftain is great right now. This is the only one that's like.
I'm just saying, you have a chieftain.
I appreciate that commentary. Okay, so
Objectively, you have a
I'm going to
chieftain.
go here and claim the first player marker. As a result of that, I will also get a road movement, which I'm
So-
going to use to go down here and take another.
So Ken gets road movement. I get nothing, which is why I'm lamenting. And then Mark will get a river movement, and then yay, Ariel gets 2 military.
So that happens right now, huh?
It
Sure does.
Okay.
So there we go.
If I'd known that, I might have taken it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I got nothing out of it. That's why I'm lamenting my. How many resources you guys got?
I got 1.
5.
More than 5, 7.
7 is quite a few.
But you only get 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Maybe all it needs.
And you have how many? 5?
5, yes.
So I would
He's
get
getting
1
2
from-
resources.
I would
Yeah.
get 2 resources.
True.
But I would lose a military. That. Oh, actually, I do
You
not.
would not lose a
Oh.
military. Hello.
Never do.
Easy.
Pardon me.
Easy choice.
Let's go ahead and lock that
Yeah.
down.
Oh,
so
and
I would
lock down
normally
too,
lose
right?
a military, but I do not because of that. So now the ratio. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong one. The ratio is going to be 5 to 1. So your choices, fellas, but pony up.
Well, but then for me it's
Buffalo up.
6 to 1, right? But I
It
still
is.
lose
You
1.
still lose
Yep.
1. So there we go. I got a wood unrefined and a buffalo out of both of those. So hey,
At this point in the game, like it's not like you're not
Yeah,
like
beggars
I
can't
need
be
I need
choosers.
specific stuff. You're just like
you
give
know,
me, give me
that's
more
at
crap.
least there's that, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. All right.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Okay. All right, Mark, you're up.
We'll go here, let me refine to unrefined stone into refined
You
stone.
figured out a way to use that space that I looked at and was like, that space
Now
is
that I
not
have 2
very good."
stone.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now you can.
I
buy
could actually
something.
make that one if I wanted to.
You can-
Let's go for that. So
Heck yeah.
2 ashlar and metal to get,
You're
another
Mr.
pot.
Mr. Make things cheaper.
which now makes the green cards cheaper.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. And done.
And I would like to point out you're now halfway to that one.
Yeah.
That's
right?
not bad.
So.
Well, no, both of his are.
Oh, they're never
Oh,
mind.
no,
they're
never
both
mind.
gray.
Yeah, they're both
You're
pottery,
right. Yeah,
but-
yeah. Our first level 2 card says get 2 military, and then once per round you can spend 1 military. This is where my immunity does not
Right.
come in for 3 points.
Yeah,
All right. So there we go. All right.
and that's a pretty fair trade. 1 military for 3 points.
All right.
Corey says he's glad to see Ken again after the mad bombing and Pax Transhumanity.
I made it back. I made it back.
So
We were desperate for players. Not really. Just messing with you guys.
I will. I think no. It might be. I'm gonna go there. Lose
Okay.
military.
Sure.
2 stone.
And turn them over. And do you wish to from here over?
I wish to, but I can't.
Touche. All right. Yeah, we also got Lustanza while we were at Essen, so I'm sure you'll see Lustanza at some point as well. All right.
Okay. That's kind of exciting. So, this space is bad. Right? But this space is more than twice as good as that space. So my math is losing a worker for a round, probably worth it.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm going to take 2 ore. I'm going to also get military as a result of... Oh!
What?
The card I'm going to buy gives me a military for everybody in front of me on the military track. That is super annoying. Well... Order of operations and all that. It's still worth it, I think.
All right.
So I'm going to go here.
Get your 1 military.
I'm going to get a military. I'm going to get 2 ore. I'm going to use my worker to refine. You guys pick. It doesn't matter. Of these, I'll say it's that.
Okay.
And then I'll use my young person's power to spend that
That's a cool power.
stuff.
So you
for
immediately
this
get
card.
a military.
So I get a military. And then this power says, it's a persistent effect like this one. Whenever somebody places into a space that I've already placed into, I get a military. So it's a bit of a tricky one to use,
Right.
since it incentivizes me to stay below folks on the track.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that works out. It's also just 2 points.
All right, so I have 1 explorer left. So here's where I am. I have a bunch of unrefined stuff. So what do we do now? Because, and we need to refill. That is instantly get 2 movement and 2 military.
And 6 points, not to be overlooked.
Fair point. So I have a fur and is that ashlar? No, the metal. What is that?
I think it's ore and bronze, maybe.
Yeah, it is Bronze Age. That would make
Yeah.
sense.
I'm looking that up. It's called metal.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Fair enough. So it's not worth anything, but this is actually really kind of tempting. Being able to build this one, but it's hard to keep up with it, with Ariel. With this card is the only problem, because I'll be able to build this potentially right now if I want. If I were to get 1 hide, and I can get a hide. Sucks being lower in military. I have got to up my military game.
I endorse this.
But if you look out here, there's that space. Can't go there because I'm out of military. Can't go there. Yep. All right. So. Road movement. So on road movement, what do we got? That would give me 1 right away. I think this is what we do. Oh, I really hate losing the guy for the round. But you know what? I think I'm gonna. So I'm going to take my last explorer here and go ahead and put him there. And I will take the fur, which I'm immediately then going to spend because I need here. We'll go ahead and bring it over here. I have a feeling I know what's coming. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 1 there. No points, but I will get 1 road and 1 river movement there. So I'll go ahead and come on over to where my other... Oh, I can't move backwards. That's the reason I didn't want to do that.
You could reconsider this whole move, Edward.
I could, but I'm not going to. So I will
sure?
move that there,
Yep.
and the river movement will go there. And at the end of the game, as I mentioned earlier, there we go. For where I park it, I get double.
All right,
So there we go.
That's got to be the first glory to Rome. I
Okay.
am not pleased with that.
I'm torn up about that. So
Oh man, he is not pleased.
I'm not.
I would also not be pleased in your position.
And we're on the board. All right.
Reserving cards. It's pretty sweet.
I wish I could.
Well,
Yeah, since he only got one military because he was the same as me, and so then he only got one. There we go. Okay. All right. I already looked it up right there.
I'm looking at my. I'm actually
I don't have a whole lot left that I
making
even
sure I
want to
know
do.
what my.
Oh, there are the workers. Don't forget these.
Yeah.
Being able to refine
So I don't need to
stuff.
place that yet. Yeah, since that's an open spot and I've got terrible military, I'm just going to get a worker now.
One worker, sir.
Okay, my
And-
last guy is gonna go right here, lose a military, and then gain it right back, and I
Yep.
get one on the river.
And you are.
I'm blue.
Okay.
Not enough to reserve.
Ken, last.
Huh.
You have your chieftain.
So many exciting choices for me. I think I'll take this refined.
And
mill.
because of chieftain, you do not go back in military.
Yep. And back to Mark, huh?
Yep, and both Ariel and I are out of workers, so Mark, you're up. Sorry, clan members.
Yep.
I think the only place you can actually legally put it is here for the unrefined metal.
Here you go.
But got 2 workers that I can spend to refine both of these.
Yeah, makes sense, right? All right, so end of the round now. You know what? Shoot. I want to make sure we don't forget a step. All right, so return your clan members on any action spaces other than those placed on future action spaces. If you will grab mine for me, I'd appreciate it.
I got you.
And then the top territories come back. Or flip over, I'm sorry. And rotate all, so untap your workers. And move the round marker.
And we also discard any
Any that
level
were
ones
still
are in
here?
the deck.
There are none, so we don't have to worry about that. So now, let's go over the spaces that just got shown. So if you come, or no, here I was saying.
Oh,
here.
gotcha.
If you actually come over here, you can plant a flag, and the power of your workers. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. The power of your workers, be it 3, 5, or 7 total between all of the workers that you have, will score you 2, 5, and 10 points respectively. And if it's your second wagon, you can place one of your, or as long as it's hit that spot, you can place one of your explorers or chieftain. You get one of those and 3 points. So there you go. Okay? All right. Oh, you should have gained 2. You should have 1 more military, Ken. Because you're right. If you look at this, you gain 1, and then 1 for every.
Okay. I
Yep,
can live with that.
Yep. Fair point. Good call, Iraq and Christopher. Yep. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Where was he? He was there. He should still be there.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. So Ken, you're up first.
All
Second round.
right. Well,
Oh, hold on. Would anybody like to grow up?
Oh, thank you.
I'm good.
No.
I feel like it's very beneficial for me to grow up early because I just get points every time I place my chieftain, which is always going to happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you lose that bonus worker. All
On the
right,
other
there we
hand-
go. And do me a favor, take those 2 and bring them on top. If you would.
Sure.
So I've been eyeing this lovely
There you
space ever since the start of the game.
Hey, Robert.
Took first place to make sure I could get it. I'm going to do that.
And you now can, if you wish,
I will.
spend 1 unrefined for 4 points, sir.
That seems worth it.
All right. Well, I am pretty sure I'm doing that. I think. 2 there. What I'm looking at is, I think I will go plant a flag. I think. So I will go ahead and take one of my explorers here and
Ooh. All right.
I'm tempted to block off that space. I'm so tempted.
It's like, how many
Seems
Gloria
good.
Romes can you get out of Ariel in one game?
I'm not going to, though. I'm not going to. So row my wagon
Yeah.
over one space there.
All right.
So I will take one of my flags. I will plant the flag there. And then for the second one, I don't see a reason why not to drop my second canoe over. And that is a, what is that?
It is a stone and a wood.
Okay, I got it. We're good. And done. Hey, Brian.
What do I do with all of this?
Have fun at Atlanta Game Fest. Dawn of Mankind. I haven't played that.
I've never heard of that game.
Have fun, John.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Appreciate
suffering
it.
for road movement.
Remember,
Do I fix
your
that?
chieftain does not can ignore military requirement, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
How badly do I even need that? Placing the flag would be nice.
You're
You do already have 2 workers.
Yeah. And note that the worker here is still a value 1 for the second round.
Yeah.
No, Paul, once you have both of your wagons in this location, this spot is available to you. So for instance, only Ariel and I can even go to that location. It's not when I go there I can do that as well. Okay?
So I think I will go here, so +1 military, +1 river movement, which allows me to reserve cards now.
Yep, starting from here back. If you would like to,
Would you
you
like
can
to
do
go
so.
ahead and do that?
And I will reserve
Yeah, that one's
this
pretty good.
fancy axe.
Okay.
Make sure you indicate
Oh, yeah.
somehow.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yep. Water movement, and then at end game, for every 2 water spaces you've advanced, you get 1 point. I guess I didn't read this one. This is 3 road movement. There we
Okay.
go.
Did I get a point of military?
You didn't. There you go.
All right, thank you.
You did now.
There I
Good.
did.
All right. I have a feeling if I go here, then Edward still is a chieftain. He's going to do that just to make me mad. So
I don't know what you're
Would he
talking
ever?
about.
I'm going to go right there. I will take a road movement, which becomes 2 road movements
Because of your character.
because of my character.
Yep.
And I'm going to go
Uh,
right ahead here. 1, 2. Trade
Spend any old
a
thing.
wood.
And what do you get for that?
And I get 2 movements or rivers or military.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Uh,
I see that now.
Let's see. I'm thinking I want the river points, even though I'd get that extra. Well, if I get the military, I get 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I can't get there. So I want the river points because I want to reserve. So I'll
Okay.
take 2 river points.
2 river movement, so
Yeah.
that'll be 1, 2, and now you can reserve from this card back.
Yep, and I would like that brown card right there.
I'm shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it do?
Once per round, I can trade in up to 3 resources of my choice for a movement each. I also get 3 victory points from that.
Good job by you.
All right.
Okay. So I don't think that raid space is getting better than it is right now. Hard to imagine it's getting better than it is right now, because right now I get 1 from Ariel and 1 from Edward.
Do it.
Yeah, what Christopher said, that's exactly right.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
All right, so you lose a military.
Losing military.
And what's the ratio since we're in
It's
the same bracket?
1 to 5, so you guys are both giving me 1.
I can get wood easier, so I will give you 1 unrefined wood, sir.
Thanks.
You can have a pile of rocks.
Ooh, I like rocks.
Pound it into sand. No, it doesn't work
What did
that
you
way.
guys?
Okay.
Did you guys set me up for anything good? No.
I don't know. I forgot about your
Jerks.
power. That's a cool power.
It's not a bad power.
That is pretty tasty, not gonna lie. All right. Well, I really gotta get refining some stuff. There's a lot that I want to do right now. There is not a lot of ways to refine stuff other than, okay, I planted a flag, I might as well use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take a worker, but I'm not going to use it yet. Done.
Seems reasonable.
Nice. So what I think I will do is take some lumber. Let's grab this. And now I can actually complete my reserved card. Do I want to do any of the others, though?
Not quite.
Yeah, he's got a minus. He's got a minus on.
Oh, you got to, oh, never
Yeah, I got the
mind.
discount.
Check that. You do. Rawr. Rawr.
Might as well. I've got it there. So minus 1 on the metal, so 1 metal, 1 lumber. I will get 2 military.
All right, 2 military for green. That seemed like a good idea.
And now every time I raid at 1 level higher, I believe.
Yes,
You are correct.
I just need to do that.
And you
now.
can now reserve another card if you wish, now that you have unreserved those. Keep looking. You're fine.
Are we allowed to build an artifact and reserve in the same turn?
No, you're right. Check that. It's an
Okay.
either or. Good call.
All right, go ahead.
Yep.
All right, let's see. I need to start crafting things. This one that's reserved is a good choice to start, I think. The lumber, so I could turn, I have a piece of wood that can turn into lumber. I kind of want to keep my resources for that superpower. So I think I'll go right here, which costs me a military, and I get,
You
a
get
lumber.
Yep.
And that's all I can do.
All right.
Okay.
So are you guys able to follow along? Is it all making sense?
Kills me that metal space is gone.
Which one? This one here.
The one above it that was a metal space.
That is something about this game that you're gonna keep feeling
Yeah.
that. Like
Yes.
when those
Right, they
spaces
go
go away,
away.
you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. But look, there's one here.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, don't really love any of my options at all. There are lots of things I'd like to do. Gosh. I think it would be... I would love to go ahead and take like one of these spaces down here, but...
You can do so.
2 turns in a row seems like overkill. I don't think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, just do it.
Thanks for that advice.
Really poor job of using that.
So I think, given how my powers work up here, it's a good idea to move down into the road. And it's also a good idea to put myself in a space where I can more easily get blocked by other folks. So I'm going to do this. I know I'm already the first player. I get it.
Oh.
I was
But I'm
considering it,
gonna-
but okay.
Seriously, dude?
I'm
Going to
gonna
Rome.
I'm gonna take it again, and take 1 road movement.
You're a terrible human being.
Actually, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I know you're
It
probably,
gets me the
you're
water
probably
movement
feeling
I
good
wanted.
about. Yeah,
All right,
so
so
go
you
ahead
got-
and knock
yeah,
yourself
get
out
your-
there.
And I get 2 military.
Yep.
I get to go last, yay.
I hear it sucks.
Yeah,
There are
but
better things.
I mean, well, he's now in the second bucket for
Yeah.
military, right? For raiding.
Yeah.
So something to be cognizant of.
And I have 5 good, so right now I'm safe from everybody.
Right.
Although the ratings already happened this round.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So these are actually
sideways.
used. There
Yep.
we go. I've been getting. I feel like I'm a little bit behind as far as just the lack of conversion. Now, when
Tell
this
me
one
about it.
flips 2 raw into 3
Yeah.
are fine, that's going to be really, really nice.
And you're very close to being able to use that space.
Right.
Yeah, I hear all that.
And in fact, we're going to be able to use it here momentarily, I have a feeling. So I think what we're going to do is I will go here. I'm going to take 1 wood, but because of my special ability on my other card, allows me to take 2 wood, as shown right here. So I realize I'm making myself a target by doing this with the rating, but I have a feeling I'm going to be able to make use of that here very, very soon. So, done. And Mark?
Yeah, I
So I
suppose.
think what we'll use the other camera for is just for zooming in on the actual travel or the actual board like this. I think that works better.
Yeah, it seems as good as option as any. So I'm above Edward in military now, so I can go here, losing 1 military.
I figured that's
Okay.
what you would do. I let that
Alright.
space go too long.
I'm just going to leave one of them behind, move down 2 spaces here to
Plant a flag.
plant
I
the
talked
flag.
myself into thinking that I could use that space with my chieftain next time.
Oh, I was
How'd that
definitely
work out?
taking it.
Not great. Not great.
I should have done that last time. That was foolish.
What might I like to reserve?
Well, I mean, the reason my horse is swimming, so he's dragging a wagon behind him on the water. It happens. Hey, Jeff. How's you?
So Mark, you're
I think
still
I'm going to
shooting, yeah.
reserve this fancy
You can
dagger.
do so.
Those green cards are friendly for you.
As are the brown cards.
All right, so this one, whenever you actually, I don't know what that one is. I think it's whenever you use hide
Craft.
to
Craft a
create an
card.
artifact, you
You
get
gain a point.
1 victory point here.
Yep.
And this one here says immediately, based on where you are on the military, you get 1, 2, 3, or 4 refined
Refined
goods
resources.
plus
Not bad.
8 points. Not
bad.
terrible.
Not bad. That seems good.
Alrighty, so I am going to go right there.
Okay.
Cost me 1. I get a hide. And then I can immediately craft this, right?
Where'd you go?
Right there.
Yep.
That technically keep it sideways, but yeah. If that's yes.
So I guess the question is whether I can craft this and then also
No.
reserve.
No, it's reserve or create or build.
And it's
Yep.
it's reserve or build even from your reserve. that
Correct.
uses
Yeah,
it up.
that's right. So
Okay.
you don't have the option. You
To
could
do-
build straight, but
Yeah.
you can't.
All right,
Correct.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
I can swing
Thank
for
you,
you.
Ken.
Yep.
And now this is alive.
Cool.
All right, so it's active now.
Active.
All right. And you, sir.
All right. So my action is a little less exciting than I hoped it was going to be. That's too bad.
Oh.
Oh, I know you guys. I can tell you guys are sad about it.
Very.
Yeah. Doop. Okay. Well, this one's still pretty good. I'm gonna take that.
So military and a
Losing one of those, gaining one of the military back, and getting closer to that tasty extra worker. One day.
in fact,
One day. Next space.
yep.
So why did you lose the military?
Because oh, you're right. I
You're
didn't.
chieftains, yeah, so you don't have
Oh,
to.
look at that.
There we go.
Well, everybody wins.
I don't think that works.
Some people just win more than others. It's like Galaxy Trucker.
I think that's what I do. I feel like I'm lagging everywhere right now.
I feel that way too. I
Same.
think it's just that's how
That's
it
how this
is.
game works,
First
yeah.
couple
Right.
of rounds.
I feel like I'm behind everybody everywhere. Military, road,
Yeah.
river, artifacts, the whole 9 yards. So I have my chieftain.
You know what you're not behind in? having a whole bunch of crap on your board over there.
There is that, right? So in fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use one of them here momentarily, but we'll come back to that. So looking at this, I think I will use my chieftain to go ahead and take that space there. And I've been debating what to do. Well, I'm going to get the 3 victory points, obviously. Yep. But because of me having so many unrefined goods, and I know that I want first access to this. So go ahead, let's move my canoe down the road.
So.
And now that will qualify me for this as soon as it flips over here momentarily.
Yep.
I think that's the best idea to do. Now, excuse me, let's take a look at the cards. I have everything but ore. So, not looking really at these 2 cards, looking at these potentially, this is basically just get a raw resource anywhere I go on any of the regular tiles. This is tempting, but I don't have the ore and the metal. This one, I already have 2 different, it's not nearly as good. I'm just trying to figure out which one to refine, whereas that one's not too bad either coming up. So let's go ahead and refine the fur, I suppose. So coming back to this, I will use my worker to refine the pelt there. Boom, done. And Mark, you're up.
Okay. We'll place
Hey, Brandon.
my chieftain here for 1 military, 2 unrefined metal.
Thanks.
I get 3 points for placing my chieftain out in a space that has an explorer in it, which is pretty cool. And then I will use my 2 workers to immediately refine these metals.
With my power. I love it.
So wait, what was the first part of that now for you?
That's true.
You said what now? You get to... Oh, because you place it, so you got 3 points for that. Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he was by himself, it would be 5 points, but
Gotcha.
that doesn't
Did you
seem
get the
prudent.
military that you
For
get for
this
placing that
space
space?
here.
I don't think I did.
I don't think so either.
There you go.
All right.
And that is that.
All right.
All right. I am very happy.
You're the only one that has workers left, or it has explorers left.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, so I get 2 in a row. That's cool. I'm very happy. I'm really actually surprised that space stayed. So I will go there. I get 1 on the river.
The reason it stayed is because neither one of those guys could place there. And I also
Okay.
could not place there.
All right.
Correct.
I mean,
So
I knew
you
that I
get 1
couldn't.
river.
I could go
Yeah.
there because
You can turn in 1 unrefined for 4 points.
Done. And then I will
Did
get
you
my
get the
2
2 doodads?
rocks, and then I'll reserve that card that's right there. Yep, that's the one.
Well,
There's a lot
there's
of
that.
Yeah.
hide stuff, so that's
Yeah.
kind of like so. Now I have 2 resources.
Oh, 2
1.
road movement and 3 river movement for
that's
3
pretty
hides
good.
and 2
That's a
stone. I
powerful
like
card.
that.
All right, I got 1 more. I want some resources. Maybe I
Chisel.
just get some bison. It's available. I think that's just about it. Everything else is dead.
Well, I mean, there are all these spaces available for you down here.
Fair point. All right, so I'm gonna go here. I considered
He was not
I'm
convinced
just
by,
saying,
by that
but-
argument. Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm going to use my artifact there and trade in these 3 raw resources for 3 movements each. Now, does that become 4 or does that become 6?
So, okay, which one have you already unlocked? You've
This
unlocked
one.
it. Turn that one face up. Like, straighten
Oh.
that one. No.
Well, I'm just using it. That's why I turned it.
Oh. Well,
I mean, I'm the last person to go.
Yeah,
like
right.
tap
Yeah,
it,
I
yeah.
got you. Yeah, I got
So
you.
I traded in 3 resources.
Right.
So,
So you get a movement.
Does
So-
it become 4 or 6? Is his question.
Correct. Because of this
That's
power.
a really interesting
I
question.
think it becomes
I'd assume
6.
That's how I would read it too.
So, you get a movement every time. So, I would argue you get 6 movement.
Yeah, movement plus 1. Movement plus 1.
Yeah, I think so. Christopher will correct
Mark's looking
us.
skeptical, though.
I don't know.
Well, how do you read that? Because this is one of those really interesting cases. So let me see your card, both of those.
Sure.
So here,
It does seem pretty powerful.
Yeah,
Here's the question: with this says every time that you get a movement, 1+ movement,
Right.
you get a bonus movement. You can make the case that you're getting 1+ movement in that you're getting 3 movement.
Yeah.
So you get 3 plus 1 is 4. Or are these individual things? I would say that this is all from one action. So I would say that this is 3 plus. So that means you would get 4. I think is how that should be. What do you?
That's how I would interpret it.
Okay.
All right, I'll bank my 2 in case someone corrects us.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So there we go.
6 seems like a lot.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
read that as trade up to 3 resources for up to 3 movement points.
Right, for one action, so you get 1 plus 1.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's
I
still
think-
pretty good no matter what.
Yeah,
So-
no arguments.
Yeah.
1, plant a flag.
Nice.
2,
Where's your flag?
I don't know. Are flags a thing?
3, 4, get 1 of all those things.
Of unrefined, yeah.
Did you just say raid you? Is that what you were hoping for?
What's that?
You said you want me to raid you next time?
I only have 6. You could if you
I
want
mean,
to
I-
use one of your explorers
I
to get a single resource for me.
and one from Edward, and sadly not one from Mark.
All right, end of the round, right? That's it? All right, all the clan
I'm
members
sure
come
that's
back except for this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right, turn over to territory. So these guys flip. So it has a puzzle board, which I hate puzzle boards,
Me
but it
too.
kind of has to.
It sort of has to.
Yeah, on this one. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to give him a pass on that. Untap your workers that you've used.
Done. Oh, would you mind if I did that and just moved one of those randomly over?
I don't know.
I did not follow there.
I never used my worker power last
Yeah,
time.
go for it. It's
All right.
fine with me.
Hold on. Are you going to
Same.
raid? No, go ahead.
Seems reasonable.
All right. So now it's the third round. So the 2 actions here. This is based on where you are on the river track. So I do want to point out for you guys. So the river here, you can see that there is 1, 2, 3 squigglies for that. So based on where you are, 2, 5, and 10 points respectively at the end of the game, if you plant a flag. And this one, where I'm going to be going first, allows you to convert 2 raw into 3, 2 of the same into 3.
It does allow that.
Yeah, I probably will maybe
Yeah.
be going there first. So there's that. Okay.
So, as much as I'd like to raid, just because it's fun, so ore has been pretty short in this game,
Yeah,
and I sure do need it. So I'm going to jump on this space while the jumping is
Good one. Yeah.
I'll get 2 of these, and then I'm going to spend that and that and that, and build another card. And this card says,
One of your reserve. Okay.
Yep, my reserve card.
Or the reserve.
It says taken military right away, and then if you guys ever catch up to me in military, when I'm tied on a military space with somebody, I can place into their space, and I don't lose a military when I do so.
Terrible. All right. So now that that's happened, wow.
Some of these spaces look awful enticing.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I think I'm changing gears a little bit, and I'm going to look at that space right there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to
That
get me,
space.
I need 3 wood, please. And then I can refine 3 things of my choice
Yeah.
into whatever they are. So that is a ton of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And looking out here,
Yeah.
looking at my meager boat.
Wood hide is pretty good.
Yeah, it's really, it's not really, it doesn't help me much. So I think I will go 2 wood and then 1 stone, or do I do that in the other way? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Back up. There's one major thing we forgot. I apologize. The very
right.
first thing we
those
do.
Those three get wiped.
So the level 1s,
Yeah, that's a good call.
these all wipe.
Yep.
And then that's the first level 2. So
You can tell because they start
right here.
costing more.
Yeah, there you go. So those
Borders
go
also
away.
Yeah.
So there, and then we should have refilled first. I apologize. All right, so this one says every time you spend wood, you score lumber, not wood, for building an artifact. 1+ movement allows you to convert 1 resource, if you wish. And this one, once per round, you can just convert a resource for lumber. So now that this has changed, do we change that? We're going to do 2 lumber and a stone. That doesn't change. Done.
Okay.
Okay.
So I feel like just because I have the card for it, I'm going to raid people.
Yep.
So I raid at 1 level higher and I lose 1 military.
Which one are you?
Green. So, okay. So here, we'll do it around the board. So Ariel, that is...
I have 6, so I lose.
Yeah, it's 1 for every 4, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be 1.
So you're going to lose 1.
Give me the
And
one I
then
want.
Ken, he's on the same level, 1
I
to 5.
successfully repel your raid.
And for me, it's 1 for every 4 as well.
Yes.
And I have, while he's thinking, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So
Damn.
I only lose 2. That'll be 2 wood. I'm okay with that.
All right. That's
Thank you, sir.
I'm contemplating giving him a refined resource.
Wow.
That seems like a bad idea.
Really?
Well, I want to keep my bison. I need 4 to build this.
I almost
I want
said that
these
as a
3 for
joke.
here.
I was almost like, why wouldn't you just give him the unrefined version of that?
And I was about to... Well, I'm about to trade it in, so it doesn't really matter.
Fair.
I would have traded it in. I would have been
It
under the
matters to Mark.
threshold for the raid in a second, but it didn't happen. So, I'll save those. That's too bad. There you go. Oh, I don't want to give you that, actually.
Oh, okay.
You can have a wood.
More wood.
Thank you for your patronage.
It actually goes on the other side, Mark. Oh,
No, it doesn't.
I am super struggling
Oh,
to
the back.
see. Yeah, because we're reversed.
Oh, yeah, because opposite side would
Okay.
say what.
And
That's like the 5th time in this game that I've
That's it for
mentally
me.
done that. Yeah.
Ariel,
So-
you're up.
That was too bad, but... Oh, I guess I could do this later, then. I guess that's what I'll have to do.
Yeah, War Child is not doing well for me. At all.
All right. I'm going to
Terrible.
go here, get 3 bison.
Yeah, 3 bison's not bad.
The raid's already happened, so I'm good to land the round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Is there anything out there that's like, just have 1,000,000 wood?
Let me look. Yes.
There you
This
go.
one. But you can't get to
it.
it.
I'm not.
3 and 2.
I can't even reserve it. Yeah. Because the wood, you know.
So here, for folks wondering at home, those are the cards available. So you can see the required resources at the top. So that's the one. But you are red. You can get up to this one. So there you go.
All right. There's probably a better. Damn it. There's probably, frankly, a better move I can make. I need to think about this more. Yeah, there's almost certainly a better move I can make. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get 3 bison as well.
And you do not go back in military because of that card there.
Well, I think that's only if it's equal. I would love it if that were the case.
That's a level 1, right?
Yeah.
And let's see.
I think we may even have played it that way the last time we played. But the way I read it there, it sounds like it's only if it's equal.
In such case, contrary. Yes, correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Only if it's equal.
So, and then I will reserve that one that's 3 hide and 2. Yeah, that's the one.
I like that one.
And we have anytime you spend metal to build an artifact, get a point.
Cool.
So I've been thinking about this now that the raid has happened,
Right.
and I realize that I desperately need, well, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hide and stone would be awesome to be able to get like some mix of that. I have a bunch of stone. I don't have hide. So I think it's worth it to me. I think so. So I think what I'm going to do is send an explorer out for a while. And go there.
I was considering that too.
So yeah, I got it. We're
Got
good.
it.
So that's going to be one buffalo and two hide. So that's going to be a total of that. Then
Look at you with your resources. That's just bananas.
that's it for now. For now, I know what my plan is now. That was 3 buffalo.
Yeah, I really wanted that space.
There's an even better one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not.
Arguably, that one's even better.
True.
I think he's punted on movement somewhat.
Well, I mean, he could get this guy to there. I mean, look at that. Look at all those resources.
you know what?
You should almost definitely do that, Mark.
I don't think, Mark, you could have got your green flag out there because this guy's back here.
No, you can't.
It's only
It's for the
these
actions
spaces that
those
are limited by
spaces.
that
Yes.
movement. Yeah.
My
There was
mistake.
some
I
confusion
apologize.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I do wish that was a little bit clear, not gonna lie.
Road movement. This is a thing I got to work on.
Well, you don't have to.
You're right. I don't have to. That's only if I want to contend for the win.
Yeah, so I have no way of getting the next hide I need for the conceivable future. Yeah, without doing something stupid.
Stupid is exciting, though.
Yes,
True.
it sure
Sometimes.
is. I'm rooting for it.
So I could potentially
I'm
consider
so
getting some metal
desperately-
ahead of time.
I need you guys not to screw me. It's so bad for this next action.
Don't count on it.
I was going to
not-
say, I have some bad news for you. I think the chances of it happening are not low.
Oh,
What is a game?
I am so stressed right now that what I need to happen doesn't happen, as it were.
I hope this was it.
No. Okay. All right. So
I need
what is
2
that,
under
2
fine metal.
All right.
3 points.
And 3 points.
And
Mark,
metal,
you're the best.
guys.
And a medal.
No.
I do it just
Next
for you.
one. There you go. 2 of them.
2? Under fine?
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
And so what I can do now is use both workers to refine 2 wood into lumber, and at a discount of 1 I can buy this fancy dagger, because everything's fancy daggers.
Yeah, apparently. So 2 military he gets immediately for green.
Yes.
Nicely done. What does that fancy dagger do? Oh.
And then once per turn I can convert 1
Spend a
military into 3
into
points.
3
Nice.
points. Yep.
All right, and we have here 3 hide and 2 lumber. Immediately, you can,
Take a worker back.
yes, from any of the regular spaces out here, not the territory, not those.
Yep. Not
Okay.
not the home spaces,
Yes.
right?
So basically, from here down,
Including these.
anybody you have locked up.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that is a pretty nice card.
All right, so I am definitely going to go right there.
All right, so Christopher says he's looked up and tried to find an answer, a clarification about your
Yeah.
character. Said there hasn't been a ruling on it, but
Okay,
as he is the resident rules guru, he says he would have ruled it as 4.
4.
We'll take
keep
it.
it at that.
Better
We
play
will
Thank
the-
you,
the harder
Christopher.
version.
Appreciate it.
All right, so I'm going to go there. Turn 2 of these buffalo into 3 hides.
That seems like a good idea.
Then I'm going to spend 1, 1
For 3 road
for
/ 4
4
road
movement.
movements.
That's a lot of road movement.
And I'm gonna go 1, 2, and go up on the river.
1 river here.
Blue.
And
Okay.
2 military.
2 military.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3, 4.
And you get 2 refined
2
goods.
refined goods. They're both going to be hides. Then I'm going to craft this guy, which costs 4
4.
hides.
Wow.
And then I immediately get 3 movement.
Yep.
So both.
/ 4
So do me a
movement.
favor.
4.
Here, let's do this. So we know that that's crafted.
Mm-hmm.
There.
And it got spent. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's been used that round. Okay.
Cool.
All right, so I have 4 more.
Movement.
4. 4's too many, man.
You do not have to. There is a clarification.
Okay.
You're not forced to take it. Obviously, you may want to, but again, planting flags, yada yada
Yeah.
yada. I don't know.
So let's start with this 1.
Park it. There's 8 points. Locked.
2.
Could have been 16, but
Yeah. mhm.
Now, what is this one's going to be? It's going to be green cards.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't have any of those.
You do
So
not.
not too worried about that one, probably.
3. Do I skip that one?
oh, that's one I need to
4.
get to.
Move. I'll get a new
Yes.
worker. That's pretty rad. Just 1. Let's do it. That was. So it's 1, 2, 3. That was my
That
fourth
was 4.
one.
So now spend a resource,
Will do.
and now you can get some mix of that. What is that again? It's 2, 2, or
2, 2, or 3.
okay, 2 road, 2 river, or 3 military.
I don't want to go crazy, guys. I don't think I need the roads. Let's do the river.
So
Yeah.
1, 2, which congratulations.
Do I get that guy immediately?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
That was a hell of a turn.
Nice turn. Nice turn.
Good job. All right, Ken, you're up.
Yeah, it's okay.
Dude, I almost came
Take
over
first
this
player.
table. Just so you know, I almost came over this
I was disappointed.
table.
I was waiting for the reaction.
No,
I
I could feel my heart pounding in my chest.
Don't need first player as badly as I did last turn. So I'm going to take that and spend a couple of buffaloes. Get 2 points. Get 2 road movement. I think I'm going to do that.
Okay,
Boring, but it's what I need.
2 point and a river.
And then a river, which is
And
that's what I was
congratulations, sir.
after. So
It's relevant.
All right, I'm up.
yeah.
All right. Well, because because if you look at your player board, you had exactly 3 hide and 2 stone, and I'm like, you mother.
Oh,
Better
that would
not.
have been better.
I
could have.
I saw it because you had that reserved. I was like, don't.
I forgot you could keep it reserved.
dare.
Build.
Mm-hmm.
That would
So, needless to say, coming over here, I will go ahead and use my worker. Hold on, wait. I had a plan. Where was it? Where was it? Because I need 2 stone. I only have 1. Right, that was it. Okay, yeah. So, I'm going to use my worker to refine the stone. That's going to be 3 hide and 2 stone. Set aside here to be able to claim this card here momentarily, but technically that happens after the action.
Now I'm mad at myself. That'd have been so much better.
Oh, that would have been violent.
Wait, did you take your move? Did you take?
No,
your
I
action
haven't
already?
taken my action yet, and that's what I'm saying.
Got it.
So I have a couple options. Now that I'm going to be advancing up the river, this makes sense for the flag, right?
Yep.
So getting some road movement. So that I was going to do this actually, but this card had slid down enough to where I didn't need to now. So it kind of gave me a little bit more flexibility as to what to do. Going first next turn is kind of tasty.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mad at myself. That would have been awesome.
Forgive me for not helping you on that one, though.
Yeah.
I am really torn as to what to do at this point. 1, 2, 3. So that'll be there. That's good. If I were to get another road, the road movement, I'm already going to get. So I don't need that. 3 points isn't bad. Refining stuff is probably what I want to do. I guess. But oh, wait. Better yet. Okay. We're going to send one of our explorers. Who needs extra actions?
Nah.
Put
Overrated.
that there.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
And I will get...
Kind of stinks. I'm not a fan of that choice.
I am. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 unrefined there. And now the card.
Yep. Which
will
you
come
already
over.
paid for.
Right, I already paid for.
Yep.
So that's there. So I get 3 river and 2 road. So
3
3
much
river.
needed river.
1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you.
Welcome to
There.
the party.
Thank you. And once per turn, you can refine twice now.
Yep.
And that'll be 1 road. I did bring a flag. There.
Mm-hmm.
And for the second road, there we go.
Cool.
I'm excited about that. Oh. Whew. All right, good. All right, good.
Solid play.
I'm trying to make that horse swim faster. Firex. All right, Mark. Oh, I can no, I can't. I built something.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm just so excited to be able to have the privilege to reserve something. So I need 3 water movement to be able to get my extra worker, huh?
Yeah. Don't have anything left that I'm desperate to do. I mean, there's obviously things I want, but can't have.
Resources are tight.
Yeah.
Like it's
Real time.
and this game is completely different than our last game because of the way that the tiles came out
Yeah.
Yep.
randomly.
I do like having workers to convert stuff, so I'm just going to get a level 2 worker.
That's not a bad idea because
Yeah.
plus for your flag planting,
Mhm.
right? So you're at what, 4 right now?
Yeah. 1 more and I get extra few points.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I cannot do anything with artifact, so go ahead.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll take a 3 and a river point.
Okay.
Oh, you're blue. Sorry. Okay, yeah, right. There you go. Okay.
Which
Oh,
gives
river. I
Which
apologize.
gives you another river point.
Which
So
gives me another river
and
point.
a refined stone, sir.
Ashlar.
And
Ashlar.
Ashlar. Thank you.
And then I'm going to reserve that guy at the end there.
This one.
Yep.
Okay.
And moving on down. And we have anytime you spend Ashlar, you get a point.
Noticing a trend here.
I do as well. A lot of horsepower in that boat. But well done. I like that one. All right. Just pointing out that you and I are not there.
Not yet.
I don't even know which resources I want, much less which resources
Oh, I do.
I can. Yeah.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I just got stone, didn't I?
I know.
Or
I,
metal. I should have gotten a 4th. I apologize.
I know I
Never
need
mind.
to do
Good.
that.
Oh, you have a lot of goods.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and plant a flag here. That seems like I might be able to score 10 points with it.
Seems good.
Fair odds.
It's 6 more steps to score 10 points. I feel like I can get there. What?
Just check. Okay, there's. Oh, I think. So I'm looking at the cards, and there aren't a ton. The only downside, actually, in hindsight, for
Oh.
this one.
I actually
ahead.
just got a military because my second guy got to that crossroads.
For
It's
what?
another
Oh, okay. Fair enough, yeah. Hey, Jess.
discard,
Hey.
handy.
I know.
Discard, handy. Discard, not so handy. Whatever. It's 3 points.
Yep.
I have got to get some military stuff going, don't I?
Do you?
You can. Is there anything? I'm thinking I switch gears into that. I think so. All right. So for my main action, I need wood. This is. Do I lock up yet another? No, I can't lock up another worker. I already have 2 locked up. That's suicide. All right. So here we go. From there, we will come. I need that extra worker, but am I being too short-sighted? We're gonna do the regular explorer and go there. Yeah, all right. So I get an extra metal for my card, and then I need 1 metal, or I get 1 ore. I apologize. So here we go. So I get an ore, I get a metal, and then I can convert 2 ore into metal for the action. So that gives me 3 and 2 lumber. So then, if we look over here at the cards, so we have lumber and metal, which unfortunately I'm 1 short on this one, but it's 8 points, and then I'm hoping I can wait to actually build this until I'm at level 2, which will give me 2. I think that's worth it because I think it's going to go away otherwise. Although, you know what? Looking around the board, nobody's even close to that. So maybe I have it reserved by just being close and not have to worry about it. That one also is awfully tempting. To be able to, it would be next round, so it would be, So if I'm going to be able to build this, I might as well focus on something that lumber and metal, which again, I don't really have a whole lot of this stuff right now. I think I will reserve that because I can. There we go. So I'll reserve that there. Boom, done. Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So,
And we have another green card. Immediately get a military, and then just like what Ken's was, but +2 and raid.
Raid.
Oh, for 4 metal, you say?
That's fun.
Wow, that would give me 5, 4.
Because I like being at a deficit of workers, I'm just going to go here and lose a military.
Oh, glory to Rome. That was my spot.
I will get 2 refined, 1 unrefined, hide/bison. I will spend my 2 worker to convert these ore into metal, and now I can buy my refined, my reserved card at 1 less metal,
That's brutal.
which immediately gets me 2 military and 2 movement.
Okay, military. And done.
Da, 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 da. Probably be able to get, and I'm knocking stuff over, at least 1 more point of water movement for 2 points, so let's just stop there.
Okay,
It's obviously this one that I really want to get to right now.
done.
Yes.
All right, Ariel.
Okay, I have to do something else. What is it gonna be? So, I really want 1 hide. I was gonna be okay doing that. If I go all the way over here,
You'll be
the
fine.
piece is done for the game Probably.
So this is Buffalo if you need, and you can do so with your chieftain.
Here. Yeah.
it's
I keep wanting to
That
call him
one's
a
converting.
grande-
Oh, it's
Buffalo.
converting. I
Yeah, I
apologize.
keep wanting
Check
to call him a
that. Good call.
grande worker, but yes.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. A grande worker.
Yeah. He essentially is. All right.
All right, then. I think
All right.
I'm going to pass
Take care, Chisholm.
on making a decision and just go there because I put a flag
Yeah,
there.
workers.
So I'll take
That's a
one
good
of these
choice.
Two workers.
That is. Zoop, zoop.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you guys for leaving me this. I'm gonna scoot back one.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one.
So I'm gonna get three
wood. And
wood.
can
I may
convert.
convert any three to any three. I have to be the same type.
Same, yeah.
So that one I'm gonna do there, and I'm gonna leave those other two alone. And I think I'm gonna go there and there. And then I'm gonna spend these two and these two to immediately purchase that.
Okay.
So I want to point out to you guys that it's not convert any resource to its refined state. It's convert any resource to
Any
any
other
refined
resource.
That's a
resource.
good point. They are
It's not
question
bad.
marks. That's true.
And so
Oh, that's what I
that
should've gone.
is great.
3 military, and then based on where you finish on the military track, double that. So it's the same as the card I got there, but for
I'm going to go ahead and tap that to get a hide. Or wait, we're doing this, right?
yeah, just
Cool.
there you go. So I need that and that. So I have my quote unquote grande worker. So the top row, I could get stone and ashlar. I could go first. I could convert two things. Well, two of the same into three of something.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't really help me because I don't have what I want for that. Yeah. Yeah, I have planned very poorly on this turn. So if I went third, I would get a water movement if Ariel takes the first player marker there. Mark's out of workers. Ken has his big worker. I don't think he's going to do that, but I could see Ariel taking that, so he's first instead of third. The one road movement just isn't worth that to me. I need resources more than I need anything, so there. One
Yep.
stone.
You got him over
I
there.
need one more. I got them all. Sorry.
Okay, good.
So I get
One stone and two
one
ashlar.
stone and two ashlar.
Oh my god, look at that. Look how tasty that is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And let's see, I have 2 and 3
16
metal.
for those counting at home.
16.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, there is nothing out here I can build. I am one short. I need a lumber. I need an ashlar. But then, yeah. All right, so that's the plan.
You can build
going
that
forward.
one.
No, I can't. Moving on. I'm out of workers. Mark's
Oh,
out of
you guys are
workers.
out?
Ariel, go.
I'm going to go right there. I get a wood and 2 lumber.
You guys are using up those future spaces.
Yeah, that's already locked up for next round.
Well, so that's the interesting thing about that mechanic is that
Oh. Oh, that's next. Okay.
glory to room to yourself. For
Throw it
not
on to
paying attention
myself.
to that. Okay.
Yep.
I did say 4.5.
No, it wasn't that. It was that I wanted another explorer to go even further, but I don't have an explorer left. I have my chieftain.
Oh. Well, we all have crosses we must bear.
True.
Ken, you're up.
Yeah, I am up. Well, so that space is totally useless to me. I'm there. Can't take that one. I could take that. I could do that. But this actually seems like it's better than that at this point. I mean, who doesn't like 3 points? But like, I don't know. It's not an easy choice.
Or you could go first again.
could
prevent
could
Ariel
go
from
first again.
taking
That's
it.
true.
I think you
I
should.
could also take that spot, which is going to go away.
That is a statement of fact.
Huh. But it's only one thing.
You get just the one metal.
I wouldn't mind the road point. But I also don't care if Ariel goes first. Going second is not bad at all. All right, I'm doing this. Let's not think about it too much. Take one river point as well.
Okay.
Go
So my
first, Ariel.
Big worker left. I really wanted to go there and do some stuff, but I can't.
You
Yeah.
cannot.
So,
So in fact, let's see. Blocked.
yeah.
You could go here to
Yeah,
no,
stuff.
so dead. So you could go here
I already went
or there, or you can convert a resource. And if you guys haven't used your workers, I would
Or I
suggest
could
using
go
it.
there or there.
Oh, good
Well,
point.
not there.
Right,
I could go there.
you could.
Which is interesting. That would get me some resources, which I want, but I'd have to forego that, which I also
Or you could
want.
go there, and you would get one road movement.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't know if you've noticed, but
Yeah,
Edward
he
Edward
does.
is enamored of this idea. He would really
So if
like
I do
you.
one road movement, and I don't want a road movement, and I go two, can I then put a flag, or do I have to go there in order
You
to
have
put a
to
flag?
go there to
Yeah.
put a flag.
I don't want that. It's not useful to me. So, what were my
Oh,
choices again?
Now you're last again.
I can go there, or I can't go there. I'll
Or that.
take- yeah, I don't
Or
want that.
that.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Kind of surprised,
I'll do
but
that.
okay.
All right, so you get one medal.
Losing-
It's a chieftain.
It's a
Oh,
chieftain,
you're
yeah.
not losing
So what do I get exactly?
You get one or
One.
one medal.
one medal.
That's it.
And then you may transmute ore.
Oh, that sucks.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, fine.
There we
come
go.
on, dude.
Move it over. Move it on over. You betcha.
It's
All right.
fine.
No, flip it over. There you go. So you get a road movement.
I don't know if I want it.
You do not have to take it. Green gets 2 military.
I'll take it.
I will take that. I will discard a wood,
You
and
get
I
your
will take
military
4
yet?
points.
So I took one of my movements, not both.
You only get 1 movement.
Well, I get 2.
Oh, fair point.
Mhm,
That's a good point. Can I get 4 points, please?
Yep.
What's the
Thank
4
you.
points for?
For that.
Fancy.
All right. All right, we're done with the round, yeah?
Yeah.
So, clearing the level 2s from the
That's only level 2s from the deck.
All of them.
yeah.
No, from the deck.
From the deck.
Oh,
From the deck. So
Okay.
there are none because the level
Yeah.
3s, there we go.
and then so
Yeah.
clearing
We
level
just-
then yeah.
So ignore that. So
Sorry.
these workers stay, everything else comes home.
What color am I? Red.
So we can go ahead and put 2 warriors on those so we don't forget. And remember, warriors.
That's why I thought you might want that play out. I guess you get it whenever
Yeah.
you want it.
Discard 1 and you get 2 neutral chieftains. You want to put 2 of them out there, you can. There you go. All right. So first player, Ariel, you're up.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
what Ken did and convert one of my things to a lumber from before.
Yeah, and untap your workers if you haven't done so. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
All good. Oh, I get that comes back. Yeah.
Wow. So this spot, even though it was a future spot, is
It
already
is
gone.
locked up. You betcha.
Locked up.
Nasty.
So whoever gets there gets to do that, right? It's not like there's only those 2. Are there only these
Every
2?
every turn. That's
Well, no,
basically
it's
become
not.
available,
No,
yeah.
there are 4 available because there are 2 players can go there.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So Edward and I are both in a position where we could go there later in the
I
turn.
might do that later. All right. I'm gonna go here. I get 3 buffalo
And 1 hide.
and a
so-
hide, and then I'm going to spend 2 workers to flip both of these to hides. Then I'm going to immediately craft that guy.
All right, which means you get to pull one back immediately.
And what is that? 3 and 2.
3 hide and 2 lumber.
And I'll take
So
that one back.
The
That
farthest
makes sense.
one makes the best sense, right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you. And the first
So-
level 3 is out.
Do you guys mind if I flip that?
Oh yeah, we should have asked if anybody wants to flip yours.
I'm still good, I think.
Um,
But I'm not gonna.
I'm not, and you already
I've
have.
already did.
All right, first level 3. It's worth 18 points.
Okay.
3
a whole
lumber,
bunch of
3
stuff.
stone, and 3 fur. Okay.
Okay. How many resources
They're
do you
gone
have?
at the end of the round regardless, Paul.
How many resources do you have, Edward?
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So you would give me 3. How many resources do you have, Ariel?
I have 6.
So you would give me 1. 4 resources
Doesn't seem bad.
seems pretty good. Yep, we're doing that.
So I give you 3.
Yep.
That'll be a ore, a lumber, and now I need to look.
You can have a lumber for me.
Cool. You give me a refined one.
Correct.
Cheers.
And a stone. There you go. These are all unrefined, sir.
Okay, and then I'm going to finish up my turn here. I'm going to use my magic power to turn... Yeah, thank you. This... No, wow. Oh. I should probably think about this more, but I'm just going to do it with this one. Turn this into a hide, and then I'm going to spend that, and those to build this.
And what does this do?
It immediately gives me a river movement.
You are red,
Yep.
and you can spend, or you get an ashlar and 1 river movement.
Okay, so just get this ashlar back.
Okay.
And then at the end of the game, for every 2 river spaces, I'll get a point. So up to 7 extra points, and it's a 6-point card. So
All right. So I need to convert. I would like to be able to convert stone and lumber. That's what I would like to do. So stone and lumber. Is there a place that I'm missing that I could do both of those things in one fell swoop? That. Awfully tempting, actually, to get 3 reasons. You know what? Let's do it. I'm good with this. So we're gonna come down here, and he's done for the game.
yeah,
So he is.
So I will convert a stone and a lumber as that, and then I get 3 refined goods.
of any kind.
So let me do some figuring real quick. So I'm spending those 3 and this for this. I know that. So then, looking at this, I would like to hide and a metal, please. So 2 hide, got it. And I need the metal. Thank you. Metal and 2 hide. Yeah, and I will go ahead and build this one. And this one, there. Once per round, I can convert 2 things. And we'll hold off on that right now. And that is unbuilt. Done. Okay. And slide and refill. So what do we have? Another level 3. 5 lumber. You can just convert everything.
But
Every-
only immediately.
Yes.
Oh,
So everything that
everything
you have that is raw can immediately convert to refined. Okay? All right. Mark.
Okay.
So I have 2 workers left.
I was just thinking it wouldn't actually be that hard for me to make this card, but I'm at the top of the middle. Relative to all of you, tied for the top of the military track, and I'm not sure how that happened.
That's true.
I'm just a warmonger. It's fine. So,
Wow, I am scattershot. I feel like I have been all over the place.
I feel the
is what I'm
same
trying
way.
to do.
just have no idea what's even a good idea for me right now.
Points. Points
So-
are good.
So instead of doing something smart, I'm just going to get a bunch of metal and lock up a worker for
Whoa.
again.
Ever.
Okay, so 3 metal or 3 ore and 1 metal,
Yes.
There you go.
sir.
It seems
And
like
are you
something I'm
building
going to
any
want.
cards or anything?
Okay, do I want to reserve any of these? I don't think I will.
I'm gonna go right there. Take 3 points and the river, please.
And now building
any,
a card.
Any reserved card
Thank you.
Don't
is,
mind
is,
if I do.
is one fewer.
Yep.
Which one is reserved?
This one.
Yeah.
3 and 2, and I have 3 and 1.
Looks good.
And
Checks
now
out.
forever when I
Whenever you
craft,
build something that takes a hide.
I get 1 point. Well, that's
Yeah.
gonna be good for minimal points.
Some
but
points,
that's
but
all right.
It's already
Okay.
worth 8 points.
It's already worth 8.
Right. All right. Ken?
Okay. I know I want to do this at some point, so I better do it before somebody else keeps me from doing it. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get 3 of these doodads. 1, 2, 3. And then I will reserve that beauty right there.
Nice.
I think we hit the over.
Well, we've
That was about to get built. We were moments from me building that.
Oh.
That was 5 military right there for me. 6. It was 6 military.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shame.
Somewhere inside I feel guilty.
And I invited him back. Take back shit from humanity, show me nothing.
That one right there was totally accidental. I didn't even mean to.
I have 4 metal
I mean, I
sitting.
kind of meant to.
I have 4 metal sitting right there. It's...
Yeah, I meant to.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Oh, man. Wow. Alrighty. I don't know what to do now. Wow. Oh, that was dirty. There's not a lot of river movement out there available, is there? There is one road works. Okay.
There's a river up there.
Yeah, but I need multiple. But a road movement would suffice right
Yeah.
now. So if I were to get 2 road movement, there we go. Yeah, that works out. So I will take this guy. We'll come out here for 2 road movement.
Okay.
My 2 road movement will be 1 there and 1 across. Then I will go ahead and discard 1 ore here to then get 2 river movement. The river movement will go 1, 2, which will unlock that
look at
guy.
Mm-hmm.
There. And done for now. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Got me the extra worker. All right.
Just lagging everywhere.
Shame that it's Ken's last stream. Oh, that hurt. Wait, am I building anything with metal? I don't.
You got so many things. You could.
I have a distinct lack of stone in wood and lumber, which is the problem. Okay, I'm done. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt.
If for lack of much else to do, I'm just going to get 3 stone and work on building up for hopefully
1,
high point cards
2,
later.
3. There you go.
All right.
Where was that action space hiding?
In plain sight.
Right about
Yeah,
there.
right?
It wasn't going to be hiding for long. Let's see. I could spin my... it's fine. Alright, I'm going to take these dudes... Oh, I don't have a thing yet.
What's the
Yeah.
thing?
I don't have a refined good.
That is true.
Oh.
So, maybe I will do that. I think I will. I'm going to use my chieftain because Mark's ahead of me in military points to get
3 stone.
3 stone.
3 stone, correct.
Okay.
That's stung.
I'm going to... I don't...
Oh, I'm also, excuse me, so you didn't do anything, right?
No.
I also want to reserve that brown 18.
Yeah, that one's
Yes.
not bad, huh?
Seems fair.
All right, and let's see. New card is 5 stone, and
You can use...
any unrefined
Yeah.
to be able to complete it. Period. For that one. Okay.
What do I want to do here?
I don't care.
I think... I don't really want to lose a military, so I'm going to go here and go there and there.
Tap them.
That gives me... Oh,
I'm sorry, what? Are these guys?
There you go. Yeah.
I'm a victim of my own powers once again. Okay, who cares?
Done?
Yeah, done. Which
Done.
one did you spend?
Huh?
Which resource
Oh,
did
and
you
I have
spend?
to. That's right. I have to spend a resource. One of my 5. Might as well.
It's got to be refined.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
One of the 5. Because I don't need 4 of it now. Oh, that hurt so bad. I had so many plans for that.
Sorry, man.
How do I feel about that? I don't know how I feel about anything.
So the good news is I can use those workers. The bad news is they can't go for advanced actions.
That seems
So.
like a fun choice.
They can't go here?
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Let me double check.
I think they're like chieftains.
Warriors.
I think that's right.
Yeah, they can't go to the future, as I recall.
Yeah. Keep going. Go ahead.
Anyway, so I think I will go here, trade in 2 unrefined metal for 2 points and 3 military.
3 military looks like a good idea. For you.
And then, instead of saving up like a smart person, I am just going to
Yeah, they act as if they're chieftains.
refine 1 metal, 2 stone, and buy this, which immediately gets me another 3 military, and I get double points at the end of the game for military.
You're also
Placement.
now... that's a valid space for you, too.
Oh, so it
Yeah.
is.
Which one is?
Get any 2 and then refine 1.
Oh, yeah, but not until next round, to be clear.
Right.
Right.
Can't use
Right.
that space yet.
Yes.
All right.
And that's it.
Aaron?
All right, so I still don't have any refined goods, which has really been a problem for me.
Oh, sorry.
Did I get the 2 points for the space? I don't think I did.
Nope.
No.
You can give me a 5.
Okay.
And here we go.
I'll just keep these
Another
over here.
18-point card,
Okay.
which this one is here. So it's 3 metal, 3 stone and 3 fur.
Yeah, I kind of
Okay.
wanted to wait for that one, but yeah.
So we're 5-5. Edward's a 4 to me, so I would get 2 goods.
I promise you they won't be refined.
Yeah, I
But
figured as much.
where are you looking at rating?
Here, so I can raid when I get
Oh,
there.
good point. Yep.
So remember, though, it's still a couple away.
Oh, it was down there. I thought it was.
Well,
right
yeah,
there.
well,
It's hard to
there's
see.
One,
Yeah.
here, hold on.
Well,
Let me.
then I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, so I can show everybody this. So, this here is that angle. Sorry, go there. So there. That one, wrong button. Sorry. So there. That's 1, 2, 3 spaces still.
Got
so
it.
2 to get to these.
Okay, never mind then. I don't think this is gonna go my way, but I'll go here
There we go.
for lack of a better thing to do, which take 2 rocks and turn them into 3 ashlars.
Well, now that you've done that, I have to jump on this.
I knew you were going to.
Yeah.
If you didn't, I was.
You're already there.
It doesn't
he
matter.
can do it with his worker.
I have warriors that could do it. I was going to block you guys out.
I really,
Yeah.
there was no way I could get it because I didn't have any
I
refinement
will
resources.
spend a lumber to accomplish
Okay.
that task.
Seems worth it.
Yeah, I felt okay about it.
Okay, so I know I'm going there. I'm going there. That doesn't help me right now.
Mark is troublingly far on the military track right now, guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, yeah. We're all friends here.
Well, one of the guys is going to come here. That's going to be a wood and 2 lumber.
You got it over there?
Yep.
So you guys, plenty of
So that's
supply.
a wood and 2 lumber, and I think I'm still short. I need a 3rd lumber no matter what I do, or stone. No matter what I do, so done.
Look at all that. I'm just going to be sitting here for a long time with my 1 worker left.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you just keep them all in the future through the entire game.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of actions that like aren't really super appealing though. To be
That's
honest.
true.
I hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, you have 4 workers still. That's insane.
Yeah, nothing much here is good for me. I have something that I want to do next round, so I will just go first.
So what does that mean I get?
Okay, so he's first, so he gets a road action first off.
Yep.
This will get me 2 points if I move up 1 more space here. And
And
I
you
will
can-
pitch
Gotta
spend
something for
something to do with
4
it.
more points.
Yep, 4 more. That makes sense. Then Ariel gets nothing. You
Give me
get a
another
river.
5.
Oh, another 5?
So now,
thank you.
if you have a reserved, you can use 1 less. And I get 2 military. I'll take it.
I figured you'd appreciate that too.
Yeah, I'm not minding it. All right. So Ariel.
All right, I'll take that 2 worker.
Hey, Andrew.
Thank you. I'm gonna. Oh wait, see, I'll use it eventually.
Okay. I am going to. Yeah, I think I'll wait. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to get one of these immediately. Also get a river immediately. I'm going to use my worker to convert this to this. And now, because this card is reserved, I can build it for 1 less. So magic power plus these equals that card is built. So what this card does is it says, immediately, for every guy in front of you on the military track, gain a military plus 2. So I'm getting 3 military total.
Well, you get 1, and then you get plus 2 for every person ahead of you.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
There you go. Yes.
And then I raid.
Yep.
So, so I'm now in Shieldy, the big round Shieldy area, the
Yep.
3rd area. And so Mark and I are tied, so I'm not raiding him for anything.
Yeah.
Ariel is 1 below me, so it's a 4-to-1 ratio.
Here you go, sir.
And for me, it's 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
So,
Ouch.
and I have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So it's going to be 3. That hurt. It'll be 1, 2, and then I will figure the rest out. So there.
All right.
Just gonna take a nap till next round. It's fine.
Sorry. It'll be the buffalo.
Cool.
All right, you're done?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Now I got to figure out what I... Oh, this was first thing what I should have done last time is use my worker to give me the 3rd lumber. So that's 3 lumber, 2 metal, 1 stone, and 2 fir. So I can build the one that I have reserved, which I will go ahead and... I got to do a work action first. So what do we have? I was planning on taking the worker.
This is the second round I've forgotten to convert a military into 3 points.
Oh no.
It's fine. I'm gonna lose. It's fine.
We are really limited on what we can do, don't we? Aren't we?
I mean, these two are tough.
Yeah. You have these.
Yeah.
Yeah, up top, right. I could get a military,
Yep.
which I was looking at trying to do that, which I can do then. And it makes that work. Yeah, let's do that. So I will send one of these guys up here to get a military
Don't like it.
and a water.
I will take a military though.
And then I will go ahead and build this
Did you
card.
get your military? That's-
So this card
What's up?
is going to be 3
Did you
lumber
get this military?
and 2 metal
Oh.
there. So I immediately, because I'm now at the 2nd level, I can take 2 refined goods of my choice, and it's worth 8 points. So we'll just go ahead and do like so, because that's not useful for anything. And we have 2 fur. I'm leaning towards 2 stone, I think. Yeah, let me get 2 stone done. Okay.
I'm gonna send my explorer out to round 5. Do that. I get 3 bison and a hide.
Immediately, that military card you just did, but a little bit better for 5 metal.
But without the rate on the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use my
But that one's 6 points. This is only 2
worker.
points.
turn 2 of those over here.
Seriously, Scott.
What did he say?
Oh, he's pretty sure I also heard Ken say something disparaging. But the Ducks, Cowboys, Reds, or Canucks,
And
that
or.
is so spot on.
And
yes.
yeah.
An ejector seat, that's a pretty good idea.
Right.
You guys. Okay, so let's see.
Oh, did I moved. Hold on. There.
Yeah.
There we go. All
got
right.
it.
Good. Sorry.
Lucky you.
Yep. All right. Good. So where are we?
It's
Ken.
me, yep.
And you and I are the only ones who are workers.
So I think that space is too good to pass up. I'm going to go ahead and take it.
So you get 3 refined,
Yep.
and then you get to turn 2 raw into refined.
Yep. Huh. Okay, I'm going to take 3 hide. And then I'm going to do that and that.
Thanks, Dimitri.
And then I'm going to reserve that green
This
one.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Could another 5-point chip? I forgot to get 5 for placing my chieftain alone.
You bet.
and 3 water movement for that.
That would have been better earlier, but okay.
Okay. So the only thing that I can use my chieftain for, I think, here is, I think it's this or this. Getting the
Yep.
stone and the water movement seems to make sense. The worker also kind of makes sense because that would allow me to get to 5. But the water movement also, those are really the only 2 things that I can do. Everything else is pretty much either blocked or useless to me.
Yep.
I think that makes sense. So I will get 3 points, which I got there. And then what do we do with that? Do we do road? I think so. Or 2 water. I think we're going to do 2 water. So that's 1, and then I'm going to get another water movement, and then I get a stone out of it as well.
Fancy
Done.
Ashlar.
Ashlar, I keep screwing that
Fancy.
up. Go for it.
So fancy.
All right, there you
Oh,
go.
it's back to me.
It is. Finish it up.
I don't
So you can take a
like
worker.
these. I can and will
Right.
Might as
take
well.
a worker.
There you go.
And then I think I'll raid. I think that's the thing left to
Are
do.
you
can't.
raid? That's a 1-person spot.
Right.
And your worker, you might as well do those.
So what is this guy going
So
to
you
do?
can't even go
You can
on
go to
your
your hut.
hut. But you can't because he already has a worker. I mean, he could, but there's no reason.
No.
I mean, I
No.
guess in
No.
theory I could spend like the 2 Ashlar to get 3. What does this one mean?
To the best of my knowledge, you spend 2 stone, you get 3 points, and then you can build a card using unrefined.
As I understand, you can spend refined in place of unrefined in that case, if you want to.
Yeah, I
That might be the
could.
thing to
And
do.
you also could do this, if you want to get 2 points and 3 military. I didn't say they were great choices. I just said those were options.
That's so brutal.
Go to your hut and convert 1 resource.
Well, I got this guy, so it's sort of immaterial. I'm just gonna go to sleep with this worker. Bummer. Oh well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do with them.
Well,
comes
you
back.
could do that if you wanted to.
I could do either one of these if I wanted to.
They're just not great.
I just do not want to. At
Okay.
all.
Right.
All right, so the bottom rows, the bottom 2 rows stay. Everything
Yeah.
else comes home.
It is,
And the
then
purples,
the purple guys
yeah.
just kind of go off.
2 can go there if you want.
Oh, good call. And then we're limited to 4, so whoever takes the first 2.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's it. So this,
Oh, you know what? I took my worker off there.
there
Sorry,
you go.
that's my
Right,
bad.
that was blocked
Yep.
off. All right. So this spot's locked there. That is not anymore. Okay. So now turn over this one
Yep.
is just straight 2 refined resources. And that is for every brown card. That might be worth it.
Not bad for you.
2, 3, and 4. Rotate any workers that you've used. And now any level 2s that are still out there. Right there. These go away. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got. This is for every crossroad that you hit. 2 points. 4 military and 2 refined goods immediately. And 2 refined goods every round. So
Oh.
2 refined goods. The end.
Yeah.
All right, so first player is
Mark. It's me.
Mark. All right. Oh, flip that over also.
And
There you go.
look at that. Well, This is worth 15 points to me.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go here,
Mm-hmm.
drop the flag, and I get a 5-point chip for placing him.
So you do.
Okay. A couple things I'm thinking about. That brown down there with the 3 river actually looks surprisingly attractive to me.
You're the only one with.
And I can afford it, but I
No,
have to
you're
make
not
sure I
yet.
don't get
Never
stuck
mind.
with this one.
I was gonna say this space here.
Mhm.
One
Yeah.
military, one water, one road, and one refined. But you have
But
to
I haven't
apply
gotten there
more
yet.
money.
It's a much better version of that
Yeah.
space,
Yes.
basically.
But you have to have 5.
So it's a two
Yeah.
action kind of a situation.
Let's see. Or I could just get 2. It's not terrible. Okay. I'm gonna be conservative. Just do this to make sure
Mm-hmm.
I don't lose it. I'm gonna take 2 lumber.
Yep.
And then I'm going to craft my card for 1 less than necessary, 3, 3, and 2.
Nice.
And then I get a point because I crafted using a hide. I
Okay.
assume I don't get 3 points.
Right. Yeah, just 1 point, I think.
That's that.
All right. Ken.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here. Do that
Nice.
one for free. And then I'm gonna use this power to convert this into that. And then I can build this for 1 less, and I will. So I'll just spend every bit. Oh, no, I get to keep one of those.
See what my next,
I
next
have
2
5
turns need to
workers,
be,
I
and I
think.
think I can make it work.
Moment. Excuse me.
Seem tight?
Don't screw this up for me.
There's so much that I need to do.
Yeah.
Word.
What's the best way to do this? What is the best way to do it? I have 2, 3, 4 stone. 4 stone and 2 fur. I think I need resources more than I need anything else right now.
That one you have reserved requires lumber? Yeah.
So I'll go there.
Yeah.
So I will get 2 buffalo, please, and 1 fur, and oh, that was it, right? That was the. Nope, that's it. Yeah. Okay, 2 buffalo and 1 fur. You have to take the action first, don't you? That's right. 1, 2, and I will drop a flag there. And then I'm going to build 1, 2, is it worth it for 4 points? That's 10 points. That's 8, and I can convert some stuff. The question is whether or not I want to build this card or not. Or another brown card, right? That would give me 3, which is an extra 3. That's 10 points and water. We'll go with this one, actually.
I don't
So you're
like you.
reserving
I
it?
had my
No, I'm
too.
You're
building
just
it.
straight up building
I'm
it?
straight up building it.
I didn't see it
So-
till after my turn, so I couldn't reserve it.
So there we go. So we'll just put it there. So it's going to be 3 fur and 2 stone.
That does
And
make
that's
some of
going to
my
be
decisions easier.
3 water movement. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Would
that
you like
might
a raid,
change.
sir?
I would. Let's do that. So I can convert 1 anything into a lumber,
And the refined of your choice.
which I will figure out in a little bit, and then raid. Where are we? Do I get
So-
anything of anything?
So you don't move
You're
this
getting
back
I don't
at
get
all.
anything.
You get nothing.
Yeah, I get nothing for the raid. But more importantly, I'm at the 3 water movement
Yep.
spot.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal.
And a moment. Oh, I haven't built it yet. That's it. Done.
Well,
Alright, so those slide, right?
Oh yes. There, and that is 4 road movement and 2 military.
well, it was disappointing. I
That
will
is
go here and get a level 3 worker because that's
certainly-
worth 8 points.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
I'll
I still get a refined good. I gotta figure out.
Anything
Okay.
I can do from this? 'Cause I need to
I'll
think about that.
decide whether you want to reserve something.
It's not going to be able to get enough metal for that. It's also not worth that much to me. Yeah, I don't see any other ones that I will probably be able to complete, so
Okay.
that was the only one.
All right, I'm going to use one of my 2 workers to convert these 2 bison tides. Sorry, bison.
Aw.
And just in case
Taking a fur.
someone had their eye on these guys, I'm going to spend
Mm-hmm.
a hide to
Yeah.
get them.
I thought about it, but I was like, I have 5 workers. Yeah, let's not. I think 5's enough.
I am curious, like,
4 certainly not.
Yeah,
is the
I
rule?
don't
Yeah.
know the answer to that. So
not going to come up right now, because,
So Christopher, if somebody were to go here, there's only 4
yeah.
There's only 4 warriors in the game, and the fact that both of those are in, I would say those are limited, so that's essentially, in my opinion, locked.
I am definitely...
As is that.
Yep,
Doing
that's
that.
a nice looking spot.
So I get 2 buffaloes and 1 hide and 2, much more importantly, 2 road movement.
Mm.
That is definitely going there because I've already completed that one. And this is going to go here. And there are so many good choices in that space. But I think the one I'm going to pick is 2 road movement and go here and here. And that also gives me another military. Because I reached that crossroads with a second wagon. And I'm going to reserve that card right there.
Unbelievable. I'm not giving it to you. No, you're wrong.
Sorry, man.
No, you're not.
No,
Quit
I'm
saying
not.
that word.
I'm
It
not.
doesn't mean what you think
I'm
it
not
means.
actually sorry.
How? That's why I took the damn hide. 4 military you can turn in for 4 resources if you wish. Oh, we forgot. I did want to do this if it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to grow up before the round? I apologize if that's all right with you guys.
Already did.
I'm too addicted to my power.
Okay. So once per round. There, I get 3 points. 3 points, please. So give me a 5. There.
Here you go.
It's not gonna matter, but
Yeah.
oh, that was so dirty, dude. Oh, so dirty. I need wood and to convert that, or lumber, I should say. Or that. Could. Yeah, I'm using that to get 2 lumber.
Nice.
And I don't think I'm going to build anything yet. Done.
Okay.
Hmm.
Not a whole lot of exciting options left, but I will take one of everything. I don't even know what refined resource I want, but I'll
Okay,
figure
so
that
a
out later.
military for green, a river for green, a road for green,
How exciting.
and then a refined resource while you think about it. Ariel,
go
go
ahead.
for it.
All right. I'm gonna use my Grande Meeple
Yep.
and take that.
Gross.
Fancy. Okay.
That did not work how I planned this. I have played terribly.
Actually,
Resources.
So 3 ore and a metal.
Yep. And then
can I actually reserve this?
Yeah.
I say I did that because I believe I can make that now.
so I need
2 military and then turn in 3 for 5 points if you want.
so I can build this for 1 cheaper. So I'm going to use my combined powers to build that. And that
makes
gives me
sense.
2 military and 4 road movement. So 1 road movement definitely is going to be there.
Yeah, that's pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then what I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 there. Try to minimize the effect of Mark's fancy.
This is supposed to be.
Or,
That
Wait.
symbol is supposed to be restricted, both of those.
Yeah,
So shouldn't have been able
we
to
got a
do
few.
that.
But one of them didn't
previously.
even get used.
it's
So-
not a big
Yeah,
deal.
I know. No big deal. But it's important to note. Thanks,
Yeah.
Christopher. That should be a restricted
So it needs
space
a-
as well.
oh, it just doesn't have. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a.
Yes.
It makes
A
sense
serious
now
guy.
that you couldn't even use that.
Right.
That warrior because it's not designed to have that many.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'll accept the asterisk.
I will go there. So it's going to give me a hide and allow me to convert. And then I'm going to build this card, which is
Nice.
a little too late, but at least it's done. So there's 3 and there's 2 and done. And anytime I get river movement, I can upgrade a or a raw, but I'm done. Unless I'm going to reserve something, that is the only thing I'm going to look at. Otherwise, Mark, take your turn. Stone and fur, huh? None of these have stone and fur.
Go here, I get 2 refined resources, and I convert one. Well, I'm getting 2 stone, I'm converting this into leather, spending it to complete this, and that is it for the entire game.
Nicely done.
And you're done. All right, Ariel.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my warriors to go there.
Do all the things.
So 1 military,
And do all the things.
1 river, 1 road for blue.
Yep,
I don't know where you're going, so
right
okay.
there.
And a refined resource of your choice.
I'll take. I don't know if I even really care. I'll take a hide.
Huh.
I agree with that statement.
Well, at some point I need to do this, so I'm gonna. Oh man, this is kind of an interesting part of this game. I'm going to say as I think about what I really want to do. You have the choice between using this guy on a space that's empty to hose other people,
Right. Or
or save it so you have.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
It's
power to go
interesting.
later. I'm going to do this. That gives me one of these, and it gives me one of those. That'll bump me up here. And I can convert one of these into a lumber and anything.
There's your lumber and your anything.
My anything, I think, is going to be one of those.
Okay, and then you can raid.
Then I can raid pretty unsuccessfully. So certainly not Mark.
He has 1 resource.
Ariel
Ariel has 2.
You're and you have
have 3.
3. So I think nil. But at least I don't. At least I don't lose a military power. I guess there's that.
Right.
And then I should reserve a card, probably.
-5 if you don't get it built.
Okay, that's helpful
refine that.
info. Man.
I think those are my two options.
So I'll do that one.
This.
Yeah.
And we have metal and fur, 2 road, and 3 military. I've done a terrible job of working on my endgame scoring stuff. Terrible. I think the only things that make sense at this point are this, which I've already reached as far as I need to go there.
Here are some
Military
points.
really doesn't matter. So I guess road in case I can figure something out to do, which going there is worth exactly 0, but that, hey, hold on.
That gives you more road.
It does. So move me over there. I will spend my fur. And then I get how many? 2 more road.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I get nothing special for road, but 1, 2 road. Done.
Yeah.
And yep.
Okay, I'm taking my warrior there.
Yep.
I get a hide and
3 buffalo.
3 buffalo, but the buffalo are not long for this world because all of them are going to go to using that power to get 3 movement.
And that makes pretty good sense.
I'm going to go there for 2 points, there for 2 points, there for 5 points. That would be 9 points.
All right. Good call. I thought I had figured out something to do. Oh, I figured out that I was going to build this card. Right.
There it is.
So,
Actually, hold up. I want one of the goods to be a hide and one to be a buffalo.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Sorry about
Ken?
That's fine.
I'm just excited that I actually figured out a way to do what I want to do.
Nice.
So I may not be doing well, but I feel accomplished in that I.
You'll get to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
I get to do what I wanted to do. So there's that.
Okay, well that's a thing, I guess. God, these. It's really tough with these last things because you really need to have planned carefully for this stuff.
I can take
I've
that
planned
one.
the opposite of carefully
Right.
for them.
Right.
What's interesting is a lot of worker placement games, the stuff gets more plentiful later on. Here they flip. So when you hear and you can do powerful things, it's actually hard to get resources, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
interesting.
definitely unique in that
Yeah.
regard.
It's sort of shifting what you can get, but you're not strictly getting more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
So I guess the road literally gets me nothing. That gets me nothing. The military, no.
Could you spell that?
BLU.
Well, if you get to this spot, it might be worth something. I don't know.
Hold up.
Whoever's furthest.
That's something I can use.
Glory to Rome! How?
Sorry, man.
We're just gonna find Ken's corpse somewhere.
Come on!
Sorry, dude. So I'm gonna bump this guy down to here, and give myself a point, and 2 military, with 2 road movement, and then I'm gonna spend all of these shenanigans.
Oh, shoot. That's right. Oh, well. That's too far to back it up, but you're right.
What happened?
I shouldn't have been able to go there yet because my... we
We
missed it.
oh,
It
oh, well.
happens. Oh, well.
To get 4
Yep.
more military, 1, 2, 3, and a point. And 2 refined resources of my choice. Sorry. Thank you. which are, I mean, can they even matter?
I take back.
Oh,
what I
they
said.
totally can. I'll get a lumber
That was it.
and an
Because
ashlar.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of forgot that was even an option.
Yep, right there, the 2-2. I was going to be able to finish the road. It only cost me a point, but still, it's
It's
just.
still.
I wanted to be able
hurts.
to do that because now I
Yeah.
get no end-game scoring for that.
Don't you have the card that doubles it too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
So it's 6, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna my
that's
last
sad.
action that turn that in for 5.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let me get 5 points. Done. Game over.
All right.
Grr. The answer is yes. Ken has no soul.
That's interesting. So I have 2 workers left. I was hoping to go here and then there, but I'm only
And
1 ahead in military.
No, you may not, sir.
So I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh, never mind. That's not where I want to go. I take it back.
Cool.
Fine. I'm going to go here. That's going to bump me down there. I'm going to take a river and 3
points.
So that bumps me up. I'm going to convert this buffalo into
A
lumber.
lumber and something else.
lumber and, I don't know, metal. I haven't had many of those.
Good for
And
you.
you're not raiding. Or you're raiding but unsuccessfully.
I tried to raid, but, didn't
Everyone
go
laughs
well.
at you.
That's right.
Yeah. Key.
Run along.
That's right.
Run along.
So I
How
set
cute.
myself up for this. We'll see if I can pull it off.
That was where I wanted to go.
Yeah,
Not gonna happen.
doing that.
I'm out of workers, so it's in Mark.
too.
Mark's been out since Crest was a corporal, so go for it.
Okay. Can I do anything is the question. So,
You might not, but I know what Ken can do,
Screw everyone over.
or at least where he can go.
Oh man.
I want to get points in some fashion. I could do it with a road. I could do it with a river.
Yeah, this was a much more energetic stream than I expected.
What I really wanted to do was get there. Can't do that. What a bummer. Maybe I should have stayed. What I should not have done was flip that. I think that was a mistake. So, what's even available to me? Resources are worth points at the end of the game.
Half
Yeah.
point or 1 point,
And
respectively.
there's a bunch of those spots left. I think that's the
It's worth
best.
a little money, yeah.
There's no
When you
movement.
say there's a bunch of those spots,
1, 2, 3.
like 1 point each, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think I can get more points than that.
Oh, all right.
Because there's no movement. That's what I really want. I can't get there.
Oh, you have to have your right.
So I need
Yeah.
a movement to get down there.
No, man. You've crossed that. You crossed that one already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So what?
it's that one. You can activate that space.
Oh, I already did that.
How come you don't have a worker there?
Don't you actually have the space when you move there?
Oh, right. It's
It's
that's
what
right.
you
It's,
get it
it's
when
the
you move.
equivalent of the cross. That
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
So
sorry.
I think there's nothing for me to do. That's good. So I'll stop
resource point.
belaboring and
Yeah.
take some resources. Doesn't even matter which.
Got a lumber,
I will get a lumber. Thank you.
and then I'm gonna spend a military, burn that last one for 5 more points. And that ends my game.
All right.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get all this ready for this. Okay, so here we go. Final scoring. Okay, so victory point chits. How many do you guys have? Starting with Mark.
22.
22. Ariel?
26.
18.
And I had 21. Points on cards, just for those scoring at home here. So that looks like 22, 27, 30, 38. Yeah, it looks like 38. Okay. Mark
28.
and Ariel
38 as well.
and Ken.
47.
I don't care. Endgame scoring points on your cards. Oh, wait. Here's mine. Thanks, Ken. That's mine.
I don't have any of those either.
I don't either.
And
Oh no, I do. Sorry. 7.
So, here. Hold on. Which one?
It's this
Right
one
there,
here.
for every
Yeah.
2?
For every 2, it's 14.
So
I
1,
think.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 if you made it there. So 14, so that's 7 points
Yep.
for Ken. Ariel
0.
and Mark.
Mine doubles military placement, so 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now we go for military placement. So it looks like Ken's going to get the 8 points for that. Obviously, Mark's getting the 5. Ariel's getting the...
It's friendly ties.
Oh,
so you guys
2.
both get
Oh,
two.
I got 2.
Nice.
Woo!
You're welcome.
We going to Sizzler. There. All right. Now, parking spaces. Oh, parking spaces. 8 for blue, 5 for red. 8 for Ariel, and 5 for Ken, and none. And all right. So now for planting flags. So I have a total of 15. I'll take mine off as I go. 0, because I failed majestically at that. This, I got 10, because I made it to the end of the river there. And then this one, I had 3 brown cards, so that's going to give me 5 for a total of 15. So let's go. Mark, you're up.
Got 10 for this one, 2 for this one, and 10 for this one for
That
22
sounds like
total.
22 to me.
Nice work.
And Ariel,
10 for that one, 20, 25.
25 for Ariel.
10, 25.
I don't care. All right, anybody have any reserve cards still
No.
in hand? Well done there. Everybody but Ken. I had one leftover. Refined. So, Mark, what do you have?
1.
Okay, Ariel,
4.
4 points total. 4.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I think
And
that might be
Ken.
the difference,
0.
Ken.
All right.
I think it was those 4.
All right. So, Mark,
Maybe.
you're looking at 50, 60, 83. Leader in the clubhouse. I didn't win. So here, 59, 61, 76, 77.
I'm not
Loser
last.
in the clubhouse. Ariel, that looks like 50, 64, 66, 74, 78, 98. That looks like 103. Leader in the clubhouse. 50, 65, 65 and 15 is going to be 85, 90. That looks like 110.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, screw that guy. Ariel, 103. Mark, 83. And yours truly. It's a good thing I have like 10 different cameras that I now have to manage to use as an excuse.
Oh my God.
That and Ken.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So now I know what it felt like to be Jess. Sitting directly to the left of me all the time. So Jess, I feel you there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So start over there. Ariel, your first game. What'd you think?
Yeah, I really like it. I like worker placement games. It doesn't do anything particularly novel, but it works well. It's tight the whole time. You never feel like you can do enough, but it's not frustratingly so. So, unless you're Edward. So, it doesn't do anything groundbreaking or like earth-shattering, but it's a fun time.
See, and I feel like there is one thing that it does that's a little bit different here. And it's what we alluded to earlier, is when you look at the board, you take all this stuff off of it for a second, you look at this, all of these spaces are now gone.
Yeah.
And so what did have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish spaces for
Right.
each of these now has one. Right? And it is completely condensed what you can do and have you planned well for that. And I'll be honest, I don't know any other game that does that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really pretty unique
Right.
and kind of a new approach to worker placement games. So I appreciate that, even if there's something about this that doesn't quite sit right with me, and I haven't been able to put my finger on it quite yet. I'm hoping to by the end of the stream, though. But
Yeah, I know this is also my first game. I read the rulebook a couple of times ahead of time, and just from reading that, I came in expecting to not like this. In particular, there were a lot of confusing aspects, and as I recall reading the component list, all these tiles in the middle were not listed, and then they describe in setup how you're supposed to put them out.
Right.
There were a lot of little things like that that bugged me. I will agree with Ariel that there's nothing particularly new and novel here, except for maybe the loss of action spaces. Some thematic things don't really make sense. How can you place workers in the future? I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that's been seen before, but as a package, it's pretty good. It's a game I enjoyed and would play again, but I wouldn't seek out buying it.
Okay, that's fair. And yeah, the rulebook wasn't my favorite. The way it was laid out wasn't really the best. But yeah, my biggest, I guess, graphic design wise is the whole how these are all tied together with these. And I'm not saying I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the good way to do it is, but that really bugged me. That really, it just isn't intuitive, and it doesn't. It kind of breaks up the flow a bit for me. So not super keen on that. It just didn't have a really good kind of pacing to it, I think is what it is for me. The pacing felt a bit off. Like, we've been now streaming for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
This isn't a 3 hour, okay, the teach, the 30, 45 minutes, whatever it is.
Yep.
90 minutes? Yes.
Right. It overstays a little bit.
It does. I think that
I
might
wonder
be
if
it,
3
right?
players might be the sweet spot for this.
Could be, and some spots get blocked off in 3 players.
Oh,
Yeah.
They do.
Because it's, I mean, I agree it overstays a little bit, but it also feels like 4 is probably the best count, because then it maximizes
The blocking.
the take that and
Right.
the
Yeah.
tightness.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is my second play. And so when you read about the game, you read about the future placement thing, and like,
Or you're, as somebody said, you're sending them further
They're
away from your
exploring.
camp.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
sure, that makes sense. You can see actually winter is coming.
Yeah.
along.
That
So,
that
okay,
actually
distance-wise
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like it. I think part of the reason that I maybe didn't have as much fun with it the first time is that the way that worked it just worked differently than I expected, because it doesn't the choice of like, is this action and losing a worker better than this action is not that interesting. But what's interesting about it is that it creates that resource shortage. Right? And particularly if people are making that choice over and over again, you get to this last round and you're like, oh, there's no options.
Right, because places are blocked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and that actually is novel, I think. And that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. So I thought, reading the rules too, I assumed that going later on with your explorer is a penalty, and you kind of want to avoid it at all costs. But the game really pushes you to do that, and I don't really think it is that much of a penalty, and it is, like Ken said, a punishment for the other players because you're blocking off that spot going forward.
And the scarcity of resources. Oh, I was able to get all these resources when I needed them.
Right.
That matters.
Right, and it's not like, I come here and I block this off. It's not like you're going to be able to go there in the future. That's the only time it's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
The fact that they stay blocked off whenever there's 2 workers on a location. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that makes me like the sending people into the future much more. If it was just like you didn't do a great job, you get penalized by losing a turn, I don't love that. But it really does kind of tie into the mechanics.
Yeah, it does a good job. There's a lot here that I do like, but it just feels like it overstays. I think that's the biggest gripe that I have.
Yeah.
And I hate puzzle boards, but I'll give them a pass on this because I don't know how you make
How you make it
it'll be
otherwise.
hard otherwise.
I mean, there's little nitpicky things, like the terminology is like workers versus work, like that stuff is a little, that's hard because it's sort of outside
Like I
of
said,
our
there's
normal...
just aspects of this that are not intuitive, and the way things are laid out in design, graphic design wise, doesn't flow really well. And the fact that I feel like I have to fight that a little bit takes away from both the immersion as well as the just enjoyment of it, enjoyment factor. But overall, the fact that it does do that pretty uniquely in that, the sending them out further or sending them into the future, however you want to word that.
Makes sense that they're explorers.
Right. There you go. Right. It all ties together there. But it's, and the fact that the spaces are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, I'd say pretty cool. Not something that I'm going to be clamoring to play a lot of going forward, but I would play if somebody else wanted to.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's where I fall on this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there we go. And Jess would like to point out, yes, that's true that she sat on my left and all this, but she won.
Fair enough.
A true point.
I mean, I think I did unfairly take a couple of these warriors one time.
It's no big deal. That's,
But yeah. You're the only one running the stream also.
there is that. I don't use that as a crutch often, but with the new camera, it's a lot to manage during the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks to these guys for hanging out and spending their Tuesday with me. So there we go. Thanks to the mods and everybody else in the Peanut Gallery. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. That was fun. Thanks for the humor, Jess. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. If you think the work we do here on the show is worth a couple bucks a month, go to pledgehc.com. Definitely would appreciate it very, very much. You get benefits, you get Slack channel, you get my teaching notes, etc., etc.
Totally worth it.
Appreciate that. So there you go. I will be back Thursday evening with Hammer of the Scots. Chris and I playing two-player block war game.
Nice.
Looking forward to that. We got one earlier this month, Sekigahara. Got another coming here at the end of the month as well. So yeah, a lot of good stuff coming. Podcast is a little bit delayed, but it's coming. I appreciate y'all's patience on that. Other than that, I'll see you guys Thursday. I'm Edward.
Mark.
Ariel.
Ken.
And say goodbye to Ken, y'all. Take care. I can't believe.
Man.
That was
And I mean,
killing me.
only about one time that I intentionally do it. I don't know. I don't know if you were just like trying to play the same strategy.
I don't know. I
like,
wasn't paying attention enough to what you were doing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I got away with one from Ariel because Ariel would have built one of the cards had he seen it, you know, all that. But the fact that it just kept happening.
Once you get to this point where reserving stuff means it's cheaper.
Yeah.
If you don't reserve on your turn and you have a space, you're I think not playing right.
Or you have to have the resources. You
That's
have
the
to
problem.
right. That's
so
the
I
key.
just at the end of the game I knew I wouldn't be able to finish anything.
Yeah.
So it's better to get the 4 points.
Yeah. All right.
I will say this power strong.
That seems strong.
Yours, yeah.
Strong.
Yeah, but you know what? I think there's merit to all of them. Honestly, it's just how well you use them. So.
Yeah.
I don't think the river's overpowered either. I mean, all three of us got down there.
Yeah, without just the timing aspect. So
It's
all right.
interesting. I think that maybe it's played out differently last time. Only Greg got to the end
That's true.
the last time we played.
But then again, you and I now have a game.
yeah,
more
I mean,
under our
I
belt
did not
and-
play as well last time as I played this time for sure. I a ton more mistakes.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. Me too, for sure. And you still won. Awesome.